What was I? I'm sorry, I'm streaming an hour late, guys. I had errands take a little longer than usual. This morning. So yeah. Hi everybody, I hope you're having, it's Wednesday, right? I'm not crazy, it's Wednesday, we're halfway through the week. We're halfway there, chat! I'm excited for Saturday. I'm going to the beach on Saturday, so I was like counting the days. I'm like, what is it? When can I see my beloved ocean that I am the god of? Yeah. You must be thinking, what do you mean you're going to the beach, Sai? Don't worry about it. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday. I had a pretty eventful morning. By eventful, I mean I woke up really early, and I promise it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. I woke up because I heard something outside, and I couldn't go back to sleep. It was literally just one of the like HOA people, and they were doing some work outside or whatever they were doing. I don't know what the heck they were doing, okay? But I woke up and I was just like, damn, I can't go back to sleep. And it was like 6:30 in the morning, so I couldn't go back to sleep. So I ended up being pretty productive. So if you don't know, guys, on Wednesdays, I deliver all my baked goods to everybody that orders. I have a slight side hustle. I run like a little micro bakery on the side. I do like sourdough breads and cinnamon rolls and cookies. So Wednesdays are my delivery days. So I was taking a little longer than usual on Wednesdays or this morning to deliver stuff, because usually after the deliveries I do other things like wash my car, go to the gym. So I was like, I still have to go hit the gym and run some other errands, so I pushed stream back by an hour. Do you do brownies? I do. I don't make them super often though. Brownies are actually quite expensive to make. So I usually actually charge more whenever I do brownies. I usually charge the people who are ordering a little more, because chocolate's not cheap, cocoa powder's not cheap. At least the good cocoa powder, because I don't cheap out on my ingredients. So I almost considered not streaming today, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go stream. I wanna hang out. So I didn't get time to shower. I usually do like a rinse after I get home from the gym, but I didn't get to shower. So I'm not gonna lie, my pits are a little sweaty right now. So I'm trying to cool off. Speaking of cooling off, I should probably turn off my fan. What's a good cocoa powder? I usually get like the Ghirardelli one. That's really expensive. But here's the thing with baking. Something I've learned in the last few months, I've been like teaching myself how to bake and learning, is, how do I say it? Once you start using like high quality ingredients, it's really hard to go back. It's really hard to go back. So I now will only ever like use certain like brands of products for baking, because it does affect the taste of things. Like you could 100% tell when somebody uses like a cheap cocoa powder versus like an expensive one. So yeah, I'm a little brat about that. But yeah, I spent this morning, I was baking. I usually bake my cinnamon rolls the same morning I deliver, because I don't want to, I don't want to deliver like a day-old cinnamon roll. Like that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. So yeah, it's been my side hustle like the past like 2-3 months, and it's been helping pay for some stuff. So I'm a baker too. Yeah, I need to learn how to make donuts. I've actually been I perfected my bagel recipe, so I might start selling bagels soon. I think making bagels is a lot of fun. shaping them is a lot of fun. So yeah, I think I have to do 1 or 2 more passes for my bagels, and then I should be good to go to like sell them. But yeah, there's a lot of like, people in Atlantis who are willing to pay good money for good goods or good baked goods. So yeah, I thought I was like overcharging, cause I was like, I was selling my cinnamon rolls originally for $4 a roll, and then I was like stalking some other people in the Atlantean area, and they're charging like $8 a roll. So I was like, oh, I'm probably undercharging, and so I think I'm doing like $6 a roll now. But if you buy a 4-pack, I just give it for 20. Yeah, I was undercharging. I was undercharging my food. Everybody was yelling at me. Some of my friends were like, Shy, what the fuck? People will pay good money. People will pay good money, especially when Cinnabon is charging more. Yeah, I'm sorry. I talk about baking because I literally have been doing it so much. I was gifted one of my grad presents from Mother Rhea. She gifted me a kitchen mixer because before like maybe like 3 weeks ago, I was hand mixing and hand kneading everything, and it would take forever. But now I have like those fancy kitchen mixers. Admittedly though, I had to get rid of a lot of stuff in my kitchen to be able to accommodate for it. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, homemade baked goods always taste better. It's a lot of effort. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. I enjoy it though. I won't lie, my arms have been getting a little toned just from like all the baking and kneading and stuff. So there's some stuff I'll still like hand knead, but for that baking, yeah, I do like Filipino pandesal. Admittedly though, I've only ever offered it like once or twice because people were asking. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll try it out. And they both came out like, both orders came out really good. But I'm not confident in it. But I usually do like ube flavor things. Like I want to do an ube cinnamon roll at some point. Cause that's the thing with like a lot of the bakers here in Atlantis. They don't do a lot of Filipino goods. So I feel like that's what separates myself from everybody else. I make really banger ube coconut cookies. That's actually like a specialty item. You use trident baking? I use my trident to eat spaghetti. Specifically, Filipino spaghetti. Yeah, I love baking though. It's a lot of fun. It's very therapeutic. Very, very therapeutic. I feel like I'm in the flow state. I think I've told you guys this whole story because I talk about it like it's a recent thing. But even when I was young, I used to bake a lot for like my teachers and friends, and it was actually my dream job to open a bakery one day. I really wanted to open a bakery cafe, and then my 8th grade math teacher told me I wasn't good enough at math to be able to be a baker, so I stopped baking after she told me that. I was so sad. I was so sad. So I didn't pick up baking again until like last year, like late last year. Yeah, she's a piece of shit. She's a piece of crap. I still see her, like, there was one time I saw her at the store, and I almost wanted to come up to her and be like, hey, by the way, I'm baking still, and I'm making money, so fuck you, fuck you. But you know, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. 5 years ago, Sai would have probably went to her and said, fuck you. But no. I am reformed. I'm reformed. She did reverse psychology. I wouldn't say reverse psychology because she destroyed my mental and I didn't want to bake for a very, very long time. It wasn't until like maybe late last year I started picking it back up again. Yeah, but she's still single. No, she's a married woman. I went to school with her daughter, and her husband was like in the classroom next door. Spite is a powerful motivator. That's why I tell people, Psy is just motivated by caffeine and spite. Caffeine and spite. Listen, man, I am, let's just say there's a lot of things that I'm still doing, and it's because of spite. Because people told me they didn't believe in me, or they were like placing bets on me that I wouldn't be able to do something. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna prove you wrong. Fuck you. And then I'll go and do it. So, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But like, younger Psy was definitely not like that. Definitely not like that. Pan de pollo. That sounds so good. I love empanadas. I think empanadas, I've only ever had empanadas around the Christmas time. Is that when people, Mexican families make empanadas? I feel like I've received multiple empanadas during the holidays. That and tamales. That and tamales. I feel like those are like the prime season that those tend to pop up. Caffeine spite and everything. Wait, cafe. Yeah, congratulations. I told myself. So I have, right now with college, I've kind of adapted this mindset of whatever happens, happens. I have this life mindset where, how do I say it? You are where you are right now, and it's where you're supposed to be. So I really want to be able to get like an office job after college. But the field right now, the job market is one really cooked. So I'm gonna have to hope that after college that, you know, maybe things are a little better. But I told myself if things don't work out, maybe I will open a bakery. I don't know. Maybe. Listen. I had no idea I was gonna be a VTuber. Like, I had no idea. I just kind of like fell in my lap. So life surprising. Life is just like that. Yeah, the whole it is what it is mindset. I have that. I think it's a way of coping with like bad things happening every now and then. Like, oh, it is what it is. Oh well. But I'm a huge like honest believer in, you know, life. Where you're at right now is where you're supposed to be, and it's gonna make you a stronger person. I think that's how I got through some of my like rougher younger adult years. Many doors. Yeah, many doors. Many journeys. I think when I was younger, like when I was a younger adult, I felt like I had to follow a certain like step by step, you know, on how to be a successful adult. But here's the thing, right? There is no step by step on how to be an adult. There's no instruction manual. There's nothing. You have to figure it out. Some, you know, I think a lot of people are so like stuck, because I know people that are like this. They're so stuck on like, oh, I have to achieve this by a certain age, and I was like that, and I am still like that. I feel like in certain aspects, because it's really hard, right? To not compare yourself to other people. I feel like comparison is one of the most evil things you could do to yourself. Like, you could psych yourself out doing that. Yeah. It's all good, YT, because you're free to use rich. Watch VOD. I appreciate you being here, even if it's for a few minutes. But that's why they say comparison is the thief of joy, right? The second you start comparing yourself to other people, it's like a rabbit hole you can't get out of. But there's no step-by-step on how to be an adult. There's no step-by-step on how to live your life. So you just have to figure it out. And I feel like I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way. I cannot tell you how many mental breakdowns I've had because I was like, damn, I'm supposed to have a house at this age, or man, I should have graduated college at this age, when it's like, no, everybody takes life in different directions and different paces, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And like, I would tell that to other people, but I would never listen to myself. I would never listen to myself. But it didn't hit certain goals I found in life. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I was hoping to be done with school by now, but there was a lot of hurdles and a lot of challenges that prevented me from doing so. However, I look back and I'm like, I'm very thankful for some of those challenging experiences, and I feel like I would not be the person I am today. Like, would you believe me if I told you that I was such a negative Nancy? Like, I feel like some of it still shows in certain aspects of me, but I felt like the world was over, like, in my younger adult years. I'm just like, oh my god, I hate everything, I hate my life, I hate everything. And I look back now and I laugh and I'm like, oh my god, younger side doesn't know it gets much better here from here, and I wish he knew. I've always watched your edited VODs. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here live. I appreciate all my VOD watchers and my video watchers. You guys are awesome. I genuinely mean it. It didn't really hit me. I mean, I've always kind of thought about it, but I didn't really think about it until like last week. How much, like, I guess it didn't really hit me that a lot of you take so much time out of your days to come watch and support me. Like, it means so much, because at the end of the day, I'm just a girl on the internet, you know? I'm just a girl trying to make it, trying to, you know, hang out, do fun stuff with fun friends, and, you know, that's it. So I appreciate you guys so much. I feel like my journey as a VTuber has been so all over the place, but, you know, it's like the whole life thing. I don't think there's a step-by-step, I guess, manual. I mean, people will argue there is. Like, oh, get a VTuber model and stuff. Do this, set up a debut. But, like, I feel like when I started as Sai, if I'm being completely honest, I had no idea what I was doing. And I honestly still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I am just been kind of figuring stuff out as I go, trying new things. Like, all right, let's see if maybe my audience will respond to this, or if I enjoy this. Like, it's tough out here, but at the end of the day, I'm just a girl on the internet who likes to live stream on Twitch and YouTube and make videos and shorts and act stupid, you know? So I appreciate everybody that makes so much time out of your days just to watch me, whether you're a live viewer or you're a VOD watcher, whether you're someone that strictly just watches my YouTube videos. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. Like, you guys don't understand how much it means to me. It means so much, and I'm really looking forward to continuing my journey as a VTuber, because I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon, at least during the duration of school. We'll see. But yeah, thank you so much, Moria. Hope you enjoy your stay here. One of the few VTubers that doesn't cause or get involved in drama. That's one thing I won't touch. Like, I've been suggested a few times from, like, managers and stuff, like, hey, Sai, you should react to this, like, drama video. Right now it's super popular, but I usually will be like, I think internet drama, it's so stressful. It's so stressful on me, and I don't want to, I guess, welcome that into my space. I don't want, like, viewers to come in here and be like, I'm here to listen to the tea. I'm here to hear what Sai says about this thing exploding. And it's like, I will watch it from afar and that's it. And even then, it brings me a lot of anxiety. It's funny because I find out a lot about like VTuber drama and stuff actually later after it happens. Because I try not to engage in it. You know, I'm not trying to engage in it and try to follow on, you know, people's stuff. It's not good for me. I'm just a silly girl on the internet. That's it. I'm just a silly girl who yaps way too much for her own good, who spends too much money on card games, is kind of down bad and likes Pokemon. Like, that's it. That's literally it. I cannot tell you how many times, like people have tried to get me into like active drama, you know, like they were trying to be like, Sai, what do you think about this? Oh, Sai, this, that. You should talk to this person. I'm like, this is none of my business. It's none of my business. Thus, I will not say anything. I will only ever say anything if it's like, it hurts my friends. Like, I don't care if people come for me for like stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's like the internet. However, if you go and start attacking my friends and stuff, that's a whole different story. That's a whole like, all right, let me get the goddamn fork out. Let me see what I can do to make this person uncomfortable as possible. You plan on reacting to Vanon? I have no idea. I mean, it's not really on my list of things right now. I mean, you can always throw in the suggestions channel in the Discord, and I usually take looks in there whenever I'm trying to find stuff, but I'm not gonna make any promises. What are we reacting to today? We're reacting to one MandJTV video, one Wolfey video, one Markiplier video, and one more Pars video. Or I guess a more Pars medley. I don't know. Smiles. It will come after you. It's good. You can brush it off. Like, I feel like I have an easier time of just like dealing with it if it's me. Not that it's happened like at all, really. Like, I know there was something that happened like a while back, but I saw it and I was just like, okay. Like, close his Twitter. I'm gonna go touch grass now, because grass is good for you. I got too lazy to suggest. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I'm just a girl on the internet. Like, I literally am just a gal. Which is why I feel like it's also been contributing to me not collabing with people. Because I know somebody, I don't know who it was like a YouTube comment or something, or like, Sai needs to do more collabs with other VTubers. And I agree. First of all, I just want to say I agree. I think I do, which is why I feel like the last few weeks I've been making a little more of an effort to collab with people, because collabing is here's the thing. Us VTubers are so busy and we live all over the world, so time zones are hard. Like, for example, this past collab I did with Andrea, like, I have been okay to collab with her for 6 months. Okay, once the company was bought out by Trey, I was free to do whatever I wanted with her. Like, it was not like, oh, she didn't collab with her because she didn't like it. No, here's the problem. I live on the complete other side of the world to her, okay? She's like 15, 16 hours ahead of me. And not only that, she went back to college and I started my semester, you know? So it was hard for us to find time to be able to like stream. And like the time we did find, it's like we would just call and just hang out, you know? So I think some people, I remember there was someone that said like, oh, they're finally collabing. They're finally doing something. Oh my God, wait, they're still friends? And I'm like, brother, we have been friends since day one, you know? And that's the thing, like, it's hard. Like, with collabing with VTubers, when time zones are a thing, everybody has, like, different schedules. But I think the way to just, like, go around that is just to be committed and being open to doing stuff. Like, I'm trying to open my schedule. 12-hour difference for the East Coast. Yeah, I'm West Coast. I'm a West Coast girly, so it's about 15, 16 hours. I have the time zone memorized because I have family in the Philippines, so whenever I talk to them, I try to be mindful of what time I message them. Oh, yeah. Your model's cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to collab more. Like, I have a collab tomorrow. Oh, yeah. The ASMR stream was on Thursday, not Wednesday. I marked it on the schedule. I have my days mixed up really bad. Sorry. We're going to do that tomorrow. Love your videos. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm collabing tomorrow. It's gonna be with Thor and I think 2 of the Glitch Star girls. Yeah, Thor and 2 of the Glitch Star girls. I forgot what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing something tomorrow, but I'm not streaming my POV, so you're gonna have to watch Thor's POV or Limina's POV. I'll announce it in the server. I'll announce it in the server and probably tweet it on Twitter. Very excited. Yeah, but I won't be streaming it. You guys are gonna have to go to Thor's channel. Thor? Yeah, she's a new talent. We had Norse God's debut. What, like 2.5 weeks ago? Yeah, she's out of collab ban now. Like, actually out. I think for a little bit she was only allowed to collab with Mythos talents, but now she's okay to collab with other people, so she's all good. She's all good. Something like that. But yes, the Norse girlies have been debuted now. It's so cool to have them here. I was talking about it the other day. It feels a little less lonely in the company now and more lively. You know, a lot of talents left for valid reasons. I'm never gonna be like, wow, I can't believe so-and-so left. Like, honestly, I think the people that left Mythos, they had very valid reasons, and, you know, whatever choice they felt was best for them, I support. But yeah, plus I've been so too busy to stream. Yeah, that happens with life, you know? That happens with life. Like, I see people talk about, what's her face? Not a VTuber, like Jenna Marbles, for example, how she kind of left the internet. Like, I think some people fail to understand that maybe perhaps these content creators, streamers, YouTubers, or whatever, they crave a normal life, away from the fame, away from all of that. And honestly, I get it. There's gonna come a point in my career as a VTuber where, you know, I'm gonna do the same thing. I have other goals in life. I have other things I want to do, and I know I can't do it if I'm doing VTubing. So, but I will say it won't happen for a while. It won't happen for a while, so don't get sad. Don't get sad. We have a lot of time left. We have a lot of time left. Like, I've already kind of come to accept that this is not a forever thing. And, you know, there's gonna be a day where, you know, you gotta hang up the trident. Gotta call it quits, you know? Gotta live my life. Do my thing. Which is why we need to enjoy the time we have together now. I'm not saying it's gonna happen soon, guys. I promise it's not gonna happen soon. As long as I'm still in college, which is gonna be a good, like, at least 2 years. Where I'm not leaving unless something explodes in the middle of my life that I have to leave. But I knock on wood, we're not welcoming that energy. The Glitch Stars are the honorary class partners. Yeah, I have a lot of friendos at Glitch Stars. They're great people. Soft launch graduation. I think that's just something to keep in mind. And not only that, with like other VTubers too, you know. I think there are some VTubers that are, you know, it's gonna come a day where hanging up the coat. We're gonna have to hang up the coat. Hang up the china. I'm enjoying my time I have now, which is why I want to do the things I want to do. Like I want to do more like partnership and like sponsor streams. I really want to do something with Bandai for the One Piece card game at some point. I don't know if they're open to VTubers now. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I need to do more like One Piece card game content. I really want to do like what this One Piece deck says about you. If you play black, yellow, teach, you a bitch. I'm undergrad. I'm honestly thinking about continuing my education after bachelor's, but well, that's a whole conversation to have maybe in another year. Maybe next year we should have this conversation. P and L. If you're a purple and now player, jail. Jail. Your arms get ripped off. Get slaughtered. Fed to the Kraken. Balls ripped off as well because you're not allowed to reproduce. Blue yellow Nami players too. Raises my hand. I'm a blue yellow Nami player. I'm doing business. I'm a business student. However, the special thing about business, right, is there's so many pathways. Cause there's like what, like. Business and focus in data, or like focus in economics, focus in supply chain, focus in management, focus in human resources, focus in marketing, focusing in finances. I'll be honest, I don't know where I'm going. I just kind of picked one and I was just like, if I like it, it's all good. If not, you know, there's nothing wrong with changing. Nothing wrong. Like I've talked about it on stream. I've changed my major 5 times in college. I've changed it so many times because I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what I liked. I had no idea. So I could get a job managing another VTuber. I've actually thought about that. Like after Psy, if I wanted to like stay in the VTuber space, I could always, you know, just work as staff. I kind of already like do a lot of it myself for me. And I've seen how like YouTube managers work, and you know, I've worked with so many wonderful staff members here at Mythos. And I'm like, wow, if I don't want to do VTubing anymore, I could always just help out, you know, and still be a part of the VTuber community in one way, you know? Yeah, PNL, he's a really strong deck. It's easy to beat. I don't know, it's a weird meta now with OP16. I really kind of wanted to play like Blue Buggy or Yamato. That sounds big into MTG. Yeah, I'm getting I'm proxying a new commander deck. Sazula. That's pretty fun. I love trading card games. I'm trying to figure out what deck I want to play for Pokemon now. I think I'm moving on from Zoroark. Zoroark EX. We're moving on from End Zoroark. We're gonna find something else to play that isn't that. I kind of want to play some sort of Ogre Pond deck. You know, if I can't beat all the grass decks, I should just join that. I don't know. We'll see. Pokemon's an interesting time. Pokemon is an interesting time. No, I need to get more Kleenex. I've been, I think I ran out. I ran out in my office, and now I'm like, is it 3 so expensive? Yeah, it's, Prisoners, you run a ton of copies. Yeah, that's a very expensive deck. I honestly, because the only deck I have built for OP15 is Blue Yellow Nami, but I know I need to upgrade it for OP16, and I need to buy the new Blackbeards, the yellow ones. But I don't have the money to cough up for that, man. It's so expensive. $40 a card, and I need at least to build P&L. Listen, I thought about it, and then I was like, never mind. I don't want to be a villain. I've also really just like playing, I've been playing Blue Yellow Nami for a while now, so I didn't really see a need for me to switch off of it. I was like, oh, I'll just stick to it, just upgrade it as time goes, you know? And then back to you. The creator is a grandnephew of the inventor of the paperclip. That's a crazy ass bloodline. That's a crazy bloodline, man. That's a crazy bloodline. Can you imagine, like,
Your papa was one of the creators of the greatest card game in the world, and you know, we have a family member who invented the paperclip, and you know, your great grandpa was president of the United States.
like that's a you know, that bloodline is just built for success. Proposed to his wife using a game of Magic. Low key, if someone did that to me, I would say yes. Like, that's so funny. Paradoxes. That's actually so romantic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for that. Could I also say I've been reading. I've picked up my Kindle again. Okay, I've had my Kindle down for a few months, but I dusted the old Kindle off from the drawer, and I downloaded a few books. It's so funny because the day after I did that, Nova Akami, she messaged me. She's like, Shy, can you give me a bunch of book recommendations? And I like literally pulled out my Kindle library, and I'm like, here. This is dirty. This is nasty. This one's actually kind of wholesome. So I started reading this book, and it's like alien smut. It has a really good. It's been really good at describing what an alien penis is shaped like. There was like one scene where it was like I could feel the spikes on his God. Like, what the fuck? Great times. Thank you so much for the membership, the potato chip. I appreciate you. Thank you. It was like interesting. I haven't read anything like that before, so I was reading it and I was just like, you know, nodding my head whilst I'm reading it. Why are you like this? Listen, I have to have a before bedtime activity that does not require me to be on my phone, because that's really bad sleep hygiene. And you can argue, right?
Well, the Kindle is still kind of a tablet.
I don't think it's as harmful to your eyes as like a blue screen. You know, they make the Kindle so it looks like you're reading on paper. So yeah, I'm almost done with the book. I think I'm like halfway done, which to me is almost done. So I should be finishing it in the next like few days. Listen, I did my due diligence, all right? I downloaded books on my Kindle that aren't smut. I downloaded a few thrillers, so I might just give those a shot. See if I like those. You know, I like a juicy little true crime, you know. If you guys share with smut with your friends, are they really your friends? Exactly. Listen, one of my favorite books. So here's the thing with me. So this should tell you how old I am. I mean, I've told you guys how old I am. I'm like in my mid-20s. So I was a Wattpad girly. And if you don't know what Wattpad was, it was almost like a fan fiction site. It was kind of like AO3, where, you know, girls would go on there. Well, more than girls, but primarily girls would go on there, young teenage girls, and they would write like stories like YN, like your name, X Harry Styles type of stories. So I was one of those girlies. I didn't write on there, but I would go and consume a lot of Wattpad material. And because, you know, a lot of these stories were written by like 16-year-old girls, you know, the writing styles aren't great. They're very cheesy. They're very, not the greatest writing ever. Okay. It's not the greatest writing ever. So I really like stuff like that where I don't need a story to be like whatever, like done, written really well for me to enjoy it, okay? If it's trashy and it's entertaining, I will read it. Like, if it's written well, that's like a plus to me, you know? Like, oh, okay, this person knows how to write. You should do that. That's the funniest shit I've ever read. Yeah, dude, so when I was like 11, I should not have been on Wattpad when I was 11 years old. I used to read like Your Name X Captain Sparkles fan fiction, because I had my first YouTube crush was Captain Sparkles. Yes, the Minecraft YouTuber. I don't know what was going on in my brain. And to be honest, he's really good looking, okay? Okay, listen, he's good looking. He's good looking. He's a very good looking man, okay? You know, 11-year-old Sai, well, I think it was closer to 12 actually. I read like, I consumed all of the possible like Wattpad Captain Sparkles fan fiction I possibly could. I remember I was so upset because I ran out of things to read. So I was like looking for other stuff on other websites and I couldn't find anything. Exactly, it's like the same people who like campy B-horror movies. It's literally the same thing. I remember his Minecraft parody songs. Dude, I remember his Minecraft survival playthroughs. Jerry the Slime in the treehouse, man. OGs know what I'm talking about. My friend did Reader X that Danganronpa story. Yeah, if you go on Wattpad during like the 2014 or not even like 2012 to like 20 whatever era was an interesting time. It was a lot of like, I remember back then it was a lot of Your Name X Supernatural characters, or like you were getting like self-insert One Direction. I remember there was some like K-pop ones back then. It was a great time. A great time. I you know, so that's why I feel like now the book I'm reading right now, it's very like that, where it feels like I'm reading Wattpad again, and it's bringing me a lot of joy. Like I don't even like, honestly, I don't like this book. It's called Space for Love. Okay, it's about this like plus size human. She's working at a space station. She meets this alien at a sex simulation. A sex simulation thing, and he's behind like a screen and she doesn't actually know what he looks like, and they have sex via screen, I guess. I don't know, but it's like written like a Wattpad story in like the best way possible. Before you ask, Sai, what is wrong with you? Yeah, anyways. Yes, meeting someone at a sex sim place as one does. No. I'm being so generous. That's how it went. It's a good book though. I'm enjoying it. It's a great time. I don't even care about like the sex scenes, if I'm being honest. It's like the other stuff that it's like cracking me up. Like a lot of the story is her like learning about like different alien species, and like one of her alien friends constantly sending her pictures of alien dick. Like it's in her describing it.
Like, this one is really thin. It's really thin, but it's long and spiky, and it has holes in it.
Like, what the fuck? What? I love it. It's great. I'm having a great time. I can't wait to read it after the stream. Any book recommendations, please throw in chat. By the way, I'm not reading 1984, okay? I remember reading that in high school, and I like wanted to rip my hair out. Like, I understood the message of that book, and honestly, I feel like we're kind of going there right now, but I remember reading that book in high school and having to like write multiple papers on it, and I never in my life like wanted to slam a book on the floor and be like, I'm done, I don't want to read it anymore. I don't want to go into that topic either. I think we're definitely going there. I feel like the person who wrote 1984 was a time traveler. Somebody has to convince me that guy was not a time traveler. Quite a creativity there. You know, it makes me wonder, like that person who's writing that like space alien thing I'm reading right now, how do you come up with that? Like, dude, how do you come up with like, I'm gonna create an alien species and make sure their dick has like a bunch of like spikes on it and it's approximately like 20 inches. Members only? Dude, nobody's gonna show up to that. Nobody's gonna want to listen to me read about alien cock, okay? Listen, there was a book that was getting recommended to me. It was dinosaur erotica. I'm like, There's people who write that? I had no idea. What is dinosaur erotica? What is that? I don't want to know. Never mind. Nobody Google that. Old fucks love dino. What is it? I don't understand. Is it just dinosaurs fucking? I don't get it. I don't understand. I need somebody to explain to me what it is. I'm like restraining myself right now from Googling it. I don't want that in my search history. Especially on my Mythos account, Trey's gonna be like, what the fuck were you searching? Monster Milking Farm? Okay, listen, okay? That's downloaded on my Kindle. That's low-key kind of hot. Monster Milking Farm. You know, one of my long-time dreams is to get milked, okay? One day. Somebody dress me up. Somebody draw me in like a cow lingerie getting milked. Please and thank you. I'm not gonna elaborate any further. Why do I remember that? How do I anti-subscribe? No! No! What's wrong with getting milk? What's wrong with getting milked? I don't understand the problem. You know, I can't wait to read Monster Milking Farm. It sounds like a great time, specifically at 2 a.m. at night under the covers. You know, it's funny because like I'll be in bed, right? And then it's funny because nobody's there with me, right? And when I'm on my Kindle and I'm reading something nasty, I will go under the covers as if I'm hiding it from like the spirits or some shit. I don't know. She wanna be like a cow. You know, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. I was like, oh, this is dirty. Let me read this under the covers. I don't want anybody seeing this. Nobody's there. I don't want my dog seeing that I'm reading this. It was a hell of a stream today. I'm sorry. Welcome to a Poseidon stream. Should we get to reacting? Hiding it from Jesus. Jesus cannot see what's on my Kindle. If he sees what's on my Kindle, he might pass away. He might pass away. You know, I learned that there's actually a lot of girly pops who are like, you know, the book talk girlies. I would watch book talks where it's like, oh, 5 books that like sent me into a coma. And it's like books that are like smart, but it's like super extreme. And I'm like, never mind, it's not for me. I guess maybe I'm not that bad. The book talk girlies are another, I'm honestly kind of scared of the book talk girlies. I'm not gonna lie. They scare me. I love them so much, but they scare me. Thank you so much for the follow. The book talk girlies are something else. I'm slowly getting there though. What's a book talk? So when you're on TikTok, people call them like a community will be called book talk, where it's just a community of TikTokers or a TikTok community where it was it's just all people who enjoy reading. And then there's like gamer talk. Poke Talk is like one where it's just a bunch of people who like Pokemon. You know, they just put the word talk at the end of it to just signify that it's a community on the TikTok platform. Oh yeah, the book talk girlies are some of the most gooners I've ever seen. Listen, okay, listen. There are a lot of people, a lot of VTuber fans who are gooners, and they're pretty like crazy, right? But you haven't met the book talk girlies, okay? You haven't met that group of people. I think the book talk girlies would give the VTuber gooner community a run for their money. It gets pretty extreme over there. Oh my god. Like there was a book, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a dark romance where the girl gets kidnapped and the guy puts like her in like a dark room and cameras, but there's like it's like a nice room, you know? And he's just like, I kidnapped you because I thought you were beautiful. And then the guy is like actually super hot. So all the girls are like, I'm okay if this happens to me. And admittedly, honestly, if a really hot guy were to kidnap me and I were to go missing and, you know, he were to spoil me in like a basement and put cameras in there and stuff and take care of me, honestly, I don't think I'd be that mad. Oh, okay. You're hot. You get the pass. I'm okay with it. Thank you for the follow. I'm so well, there's like so many new people on today's stream and they're just like, what is wrong with her? And to that I say, I don't know. Tomorrow my therapist is evaluating me for some stuff. So maybe I'll be able to answer after tomorrow. Maybe you'll be able to answer me after tomorrow. I'll be able to answer you. My therapist was like, Sai, you know, after we've been seeing each other for like sessions every other week for the past like almost a year now. Was it 6 months? I don't even remember. She's like, I think we should get you tested for these maybe some sort of neurodivergent OCD thing. Cause I already know I have ADHD, so like we're not testing for that. We're testing for other stuff. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Maybe I'm actually crazy. No, I think my brain is just weird. What's wrong with her? Even I don't know. Listen, man. Listen, I just like hot people. I'm not gonna say hot men because I also like hot women, okay? I like women. I wanna suckle their nectar. Anyways, I've been yapping for like an hour now. Whoa. Listen, wow, the timestamper. My mod who timestamps my streams is gonna have a great time timestamping whatever this is. I just got in here. Welcome in. You know what? It's always the times that I say the most out-of-pocket stuff that new people just tend to come in. And I'm starting to think maybe it's because it's not a coincidence. It's probably because I'm just like this all the time. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. I went to Panda Express before I came home. Because Panda Express, if you're like watching what you eat and you're like in a calorie deficit, Panda Express is probably the best fast food you could get. It is so like macro friendly. It's great. It's great. So I took home my Diet Coke. Yes, I did warn you guys in the tags. It says Gale failure and mind break. So that should honestly tell you everything you need to know. Watch your friends who mention more goodness drive your tame. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I try not to be too gooner on this stream, you know? Actually, maybe Thursday should be fine. Gooner Thursdays on Twitch. From wholesome baking to wanting to be melted. I think the pipeline between both of those topics is fine. I don't think we were going off the rails. You need milk to bake. Wouldn't it be cool if like I had milk on tap from my breasts and I'm like, oh, I need some milk to make some cinnamon rolls. Give me 1 second. Undoes my bra, squeezes my nipple, milk comes out. All right, give me like 5 minutes. Yeah, anyways. Milk on tap! I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem. And it's organic! It's organic! It's organic. Is breast milk vegan? I'm gonna Google that. You know what? I'm I'm gonna tweet it. Is breast milk considered vegan? Okay. Anyways, I'm sure somebody will answer that question for me. Is it organic? Wait, what? Why are you guys? Why is everybody coming in here now? Why didn't you guys come in when I was talking about awesome topics? I just want to know. I just want to know if it's vegan or not, or organic. I think a lot of vegans about since animals get consent of human consent to use their milk, it should be vegan. Okay, thank God. Wow. Breast milk is considered vegan, guys. Let's go. Vegan and organic. What did I comment on? Why is everybody showing up now? Why did everybody decide? Trey can fucking come. Trey. We're talking about what if I had breast milk on tap and I could use my breast milk for baked goods. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be amazing. Is breast milk considered lactose free? Is there lactose in breast milk? Can I get the protein for like, what is considered a serving of breast milk? No, Trey! Guys, I'm gonna get it suspended. Trey's gonna put me on timeout. I just wanna know, man! I think in certain online communities, if you use breast milk for baked goods, you could charge more. So if wait, how much, if I had breast milk cinnamon rolls, would any of you buy it? 3, please. Oh my God. Is it legal to sell breast milk baked goods? I know some women actually just sell their breast milk because there's some women that just cannot produce. I am not eating any of the food you bring to Off-Kai now. Trey, I'm not lactating. I'm not lactating, I promise. I'm asking as a hypothetical question. My breakout word will lead to breast milk talk. I'm not lactating, I promise. I'll have you know I just finished my period, thus I'm not pregnant. 7%. Oh, breast milk does have lactose in it. Can you pasteurize breast milk? If you sell like yeast beer, I'm sure you can sell V yeast, like coochie yeast. Could you, if there's like yeast in your coochie, is there any possibility you can make bread with it? That is disgusting. But like, I'm asking scientifically. If there's yeast in your coochie, there should be some sort of science. It should work for bread. We're all asking the real questions today. We are. I just want to know. I just want to know. Please, I'm eating. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's coochie. Surely if coochie beer is possible, coochie sourdough bread is a thing. How do we get to talking about books to smut, Wattpad to breast milk? Yes. A tuber that you know made beer. To clarify, I'm joking. You know, I just want to know. I just want to know. I need to expand my mind. I'll have no idea. Big with it. If I remember, it was possible. Let's go! Oh, thank you for the follow. Planning to cut some expenses by being the supplier. I'm gonna see if I can make a sourdough starter with my coochie yeast. I can make cheese from my belly button. Wait, how does that work? How do you make cheese out of your belly button? What the? Somebody needs to like tell me how to do this. This seems like something like, you know how there's like a group of people, they're like all natural type of people. You know, no disrespect or anything, but they want to just live their lives naturally, you know, like no clothes, no shoes. They make everything themselves. So I wonder if like they've ever tried to make stuff out of their own body. There's a book about making food products from human products. What the fuck? I arrived at a horrible time. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know. I got the info from a short. Shout out to the person who made that short. They're talking about the real facts we need to know.
I don't want to know about Australian spiders. I want to know if I could make cheese with my breast milk.
Oh God! What a great time! What a great time! We should react. I should shut the fuck up. I think that's why you guys are here, right? You guys want to. You guys. My existence is just to suffer and to entertain with shipwrecks. And weirdly, I'm okay with this. Oh my God. Activating Tengia again may or may not have been a mistake. We had some funny When is enough enough? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? I don't even know how many bits I made it. Can I be honest? I have no idea how many bits I made the Tangia stuff. I just turned it back on. I didn't even edit anything, I don't think. I'm out of yeah, you're good. Oh my God. Is 150? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I don't know if we'll have time to watch all the videos we want to watch today, but we can try. We can try. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. What the? Okay, give me 1 second. Why? There we go. We're not watching this first. I don't think we watched this one. This one's actually quite an old video. This one's from 2019. Almost 7 years ago. November 2019. I don't even know what I was doing in November of 2019. Probably crying. Probably crying and playing League of Legends. If I had to take a guess what I was doing on this date, it was probably that. We're back with more Sigh and React. We're reacting to worst Pokemon sprites in every generation. Gen 1, I think, will have a lot of interesting ones, for sure. So we're gonna watch the worst Pokemon sprites in every generation by MandJTV.
The Elgato Stream Deck constantly for my streams and videos.
I have this exactly in white, and it's still one of my favorite things I own.
Video editing. If you want to pick one up from my amazing sponsor Elgato, head to the link down in the description below. Greetings, Wii fans! Michael here, and before the new generation of Pokemon gets started, I thought it would be fun to look.
Oh my god, this was what, Gen 9 was getting cooked up around this time? Because 2019, oh no, wait, this was before Gen 8, right? 2019 Gen 8 came out. Holy.
Back on all the past generations and amuse ourselves by checking out some of the worst and just awful sprites and 3D models from the past 7 generations of Pokemon. Obviously, what constitutes the worst is subjective, so these will be based on my opinions of the sprites.
Sounds good.
And no one else's. Also, there's no ranking associated with these. I'll just be progressing in generational order, so with all of
this could work now since Winds and Waves is coming. True. Hi, Virus.
that covered, let's start with Generation 1, which is kind of infamous for having a lot of bad sprites.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, there has to be some Gen 1 bullshit in here.
I'll start by looking at the sprites for the Japanese release of Red and Green. In case you didn't know, the sprites in the Japanese Red and Green are different from the sprites in the Western Red and Blue. One of the first sprites that looks really off is Venusaur.
I honestly could not tell that was Venusaur. I think if the background was not green, I think I would have had an easier time being able to see that it was Venusaur. But initially, I could not tell.
Its body looks super squished flat like a pancake.
He looks like there's a palm tree coming out of his thing, because the stem looks very long.
While its flower stem is super tall. To be fair, the official Sugimori art was created after the sprites were, so it's not like this design is wrong, it's just kinda bad. Sugimori altered Venusaur's design to improve it. The sprite for Ekans is another weird one.
Is that its mouth? What is that?
The open mouth seems to be much larger than the rest of its head, resulting in it
Why are we saying wood?
looking like it has a duck bill. It's very strange. Wigglytuff is a seriously bad one. The uneven eyes make it look deranged,
the eyes look like
so instead
that?
of being cute, it looks like something that would kill you in a horror movie. The sprites for Gloom and Vileplume are bad because they don't make
I actually quite like the Gloom and Vileplume ones. The Vileplume looks kind of silly.
an anatomical sense.
He's just happy.
For both of them, the viewing angle of the flower is almost top down, but the viewing angle of their bodies is straight on. Additionally, the attachment points for their bodies to the flowers is far too low. It looks like the flower's lowermost petals are where the body connects to them, making it look like they almost just have flower windmills coming out of the top of their heads. They look ridiculous.
That.
The sprite for Mankey looks more like a blob that's...
Yeah, I was like, I am having a really hard time differentiating the face.
sprouted tentacles rather than a distinct body with limbs
Now I can't unsee it being tentacles. What the fuck?
coming out of it. Seriously, those are not arms, those are wiggly worm limbs. Machamp and Machoke sprites just look plain creepy. Those smiles and wide faces are just kind of disturbing. The sprite for Farfetch'd has its duck bill curving up into a smile,
it does
which
look
I admit is charming, but also looks pretty goofy. I should probably cover Ghastly's sprite, which obviously does not have the typical ball of gas in the
Yeah, it's just a blob of pixels. What the heck is this?
middle, but I don't consider this a bad sprite. It's just an early version of Ghastly's design that was changed later. The sprite for Hitmonchan
Why did I think those were a pair of tits?
is just plain awful. You've probably seen that meme saying it looks like a doduo squatting down to poop with a
Oh my god, wait, I can see it. The doduo's trying to take a shit. Wait, guys, my VTuber model's blocking it. Wait. Oh, wait, hold up, it went away. Can you see it now? Can you see it's like a doduo trying to take a dookie? I didn't even see it that way. I thought it was a pair of boobies. Oh my god. What the heck? I kinda like it. Oh jeez.
A Togekiss creepily peeking out from behind it, which is definitely true. Plus, the proportions just look so off, and the fists covering most of its body make things just look really strange. You can't tell what it looks like behind its fists. It's just a truly awful
looks really
sprite.
bad.
The sprite for Moltres looks very different from Moltres nowadays, but remember the sprite was created first and then Sugimori made his art. Even so, this Moltres doesn't look very good. It's extremely rotund, plus its eyes look like they're half closed, so therefore Moltres seems to be either falling asleep or very sad. The final bad sprite from Red and Green is one that you've probably seen before because it's made its rounds in memes. That being Mew. The weird bulbous head with the tiny curl.
What is that? That is not Mew. That is not Mew.
In arms and flipper
That is not Mew at all.
Make it look like it's on drugs. Now on to the sprites for Red and Blue. Blastoise for some reason got really fat.
And then Blastoise had a little too many pizzas.
It looked totally fine in Red and Green, so I don't know why they made it look so bad in Red and Blue. The sprite for Golbat is an infamous one.
I don't like this one at all. I hate this one actually.
As it should be. That weird tongue thing is deeply uncomfortable. You can see the spit drop off of it and everything. It's gross. Gloom looks far better than it did in Red and Green, but while Vileplume improved, the positioning of the attach point for Vileplume's body to the flower still isn't right. It still looks too low and even appears to be off to the side this time. Mankey has the same problem that it did in Red and Green, that being it looks like a blob with tentacles. Machop and Machoke again look weird. Machop especially, it looks like a flat gingerbread man. Between these games and the last, somehow Cloyster's clamping direction rotated 90 degrees. That's weird, and I don't know why that change occurred. Both Execute and Executor's sprites are pretty bad in this game.
I think Execute's fine. Executor, no comment.
One of Execute's eggs is far larger than the other ones, which makes no sense, and the facial expressions for Executor just really creep me out. Coughing, for some reason, now has the skull and crossbones above its face instead of below. I don't know why this change occurred.
I don't know either.
The top of Chansey's body looks like it was grabbed and...
What are Chansey's eyes? Why do Chansey's eyes look like that?
Stretched off to the right. It's really weird. Now on to Yellow version, which definitively has the best sprites in all of Generation 1 because it came out a little while after the anime had started airing.
Yeah, they had time to fix it.
Therefore, they could base the Pokemon's appearances on how they look in the anime rather than the older sprites, which is good because the Pokemon in the anime definitely look better than they did in the sprites. Look, they finally fixed Vileplume. There are actually only 2 Yellow version sprites that I have a problem with. The first is Venusaur, which looks very...
Wait, why does it look like that? I feel like his little leaves are smaller than usual now.
Very different from its previous sprites because they were trying to emulate how it looks in the anime. However, as a result, its head looks too big compared to the rest of its body.
Yeah, I was about to be like, it doesn't look like it's scaled proportionately.
Flowers look too small. And the other Yellow version sprite, I don't really...
Oh my god, what is that? It's like he's humping the air. Why is Mewtwo humping the air?
Like is Mewtwo's because he looks like he's in the middle of a pelvic thrust. It's
I don't
just
like
kind of
that.
weird. Now on to Generation 2, which has a lot of different sprites because they vary between all 3 versions. I'll start with the Gold version sprites. The sprite for Chinchou looks like it's been stepped on.
Mikey has a college engineering degree, so hearing him talk about math angles and designs really show his love of Pokemon. Truth news.
And its eyes almost seem like they're coming out of the top of his head rather than the front. Slugma's eyes are placed further up on its head than most other Slugma
Kinda silly.
interpretations. I find this look to be much more off-putting, but I suppose this could be classified as an earlier design, not an issue with the sprite itself. Corsola's sprite puts the coral branches in weird places.
I love this one, actually. Look at it. Look at Corsola's face. It's just like...
all
I
four
kinda
of
love
them
it.
come out of the top, 2 of them come out of the top, and 2 come out of the side. It definitely doesn't look as good as other Corsola designs do. I think Igglybuff's eyes are too small, which makes it look more creepy than cute.
I love it.
Smoochum looks like a murderous Chucky.
Oh my god. I was about to say, it looks like those scary dolls. Like, it looks actually just like Chucky.
Doll, and I don't like that. Not one bit. None of the other sprites really bother me, but I did want to point out that Spinnerack and Sneasel are colored completely.
I kind of love the blue-purple Spinnerack, actually. I kind of love that colorway.
Completely differently in gold and silver than they are anywhere else, even crystal version. I don't know if this
Maybe that was the original color palette? I have no idea.
was a design change mid-generation or just a severely overlooked mistake, but it's just a strange thing that happened. Now on to the sprites for silver version. Vileplume unfortunately seems to have regressed a little bit, now appearing like its head
Okay, I don't really like this one. The eyes are red. It looks evil.
extends much further above its eyes than it should. Weezing's head now looks like it's tacked onto the top of the bigger Weezing's head, like we've seen before.
Okay,
and
this is
it's just a
fine.
really strange change. I don't know why they keep doing this. The sprites for Chinchou, Igglybuff, Slugma, Corsola, and Smoochum all have the same issues in silver as they do in gold.
Okay.
And finally for Crystal, virtually all of the sprites are taken from either gold or silver and then animated.
Okay.
So any of the sprites that I would discuss here are ones that I've already covered. Now on to Generation 3, starting with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. As you might expect, the later we go into the generations, the fewer bad sprites.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like the further we go, the less issues there will be. I don't know. I'm hoping he can talk about the one singular pixel on the, was it the male Torchic's ass?
We're gonna see because they got
I wanna
a
know
lot
why
better
that's
at
there.
making sprites. So therefore, some of my critiques from here on out might get a bit nitpicky. Nidoqueen's sprite looks just a little goofy, like it's about
Does
to
it?
sneeze. Weezing again has that weird placement of the smaller head on top of the second rather than on the side. Is this just some, like, alternate Weezing design that they took a while to give
I
up?
would like to think Weezing's like almost like a gas, right? So maybe it has like it's able to freely move?
On, like, what? Lugia's head seems like it's too big.
This one's
I know
silly,
it's
yeah.
closer to the camera than the rest of its body, but the same is true for Ho-Oh's sprite, and Ho-Oh's head looks normal. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, the only sprites that differ from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are the ones for the Kanto Pokemon, and I must say, I don't really have a problem with any of them. Nice work.
Good job.
Next up would be Generation 4, but I looked through all of the sprites, and I think all of them are well done.
And that's why I love Gen 4.
Again, nice work.
Yippee!
But then we get to Generation 5, and... Gen 5 made it so sprites are constantly moving, rather than just having an animation at the start of a battle, and I really don't like this decision. For a very large chunk of the Gen 5 sprites, a lot of the movements cause the lines to look broken, or dotted, or staticky, and they just look
I need to
really
see
bad.
an example.
Plus, some movements warp the body parts in certain ways that
I need to
look
see an
really
example,
unnatural.
Mikey.
I am seriously not a fan of the Gen 5 moving sprites. They look fine if they don't move, but when they're moving, ugh. Although I must say, the fire in the animated sprites looks amazing.
I was about to say, those are fire. Get it? Because it's fire. Anyways.
Like, consistently, if there's an open flame on a Pokemon in the Gen 5 sprites, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, I don't like the Gen 5 sprites as a whole, but I'm gonna list off several of the sprites that I think are the worst offenders. Fearo's beak looks like it breaks into segments when it moves. Electrode's smooth outline becomes spiky when it rotates.
I'll be honest, some of these I think are way harder for me to tell. But I think because you guys mentioned that Mikey has a college engineering degree, he sees things a lot differently than perhaps me. But I think if anything, pixel art and pixel animating's not easy, and I think you have to make some decisions that might not look great. I don't know.
Mew's tail looks awful when it moves, like it's turned to static. Houndoom's tail is in a similar situation. It seems to have distinct segments. Fanbee's trunk seems to break in half when it brings it in. Like, that legit looks painful.
I could not
Lowray's
tell.
lily pad turns to static when it turns its head.
I could not
Azaril's
tell,
tail
I'm
turns
sorry.
to a complete mess of nonsense when it moves it.
Azurill
Sharpedo looks
looks so
fine up
sad.
until the moment it opens its mouth farther and turns its body, at which point every line goes to crap. Deoxys Speed Form's arms are in the same
I forgot Deoxys speed form looks like this.
situation as Mew's and
Yeah, I just feel a little nitpicky, but he's got to do it for the content.
Houndoom's
Also, his brain just processes things differently than I think most people.
tails, where they seem to be segmented.
Why is it thick? I don't know. I need to know what Deoxys' speed form's gym routine is.
When they're actually smooth
How many squats do you do per
and
day?
continuous. This sprite animation really doesn't seem to do very well with long, skinny, thin
nicnicco's
limbs.
whole brand? Yeah.
Krickettoon's arms and antenna just look awful.
He looks like he's just hitting his belly.
Luxray's tail is another long, skinny limb that gets really messed up. Ambipon's tails have this problem too. Watchog's tail is a really bad example
that
of it
thing.
looking segmented.
Strangle it.
I distinctly remember thinking its tail looked bad back when I played white version for the first time ever. Sigalith's wings are a mess of pixelation. Yamask's arms look broken and again, pixelated badly. Escavalier looks fine if it's in its neutral position, but when it moves its lances and spiral shell,
It's like he's humping the air.
both end up looking awful. And finally, Lampet's arms always look horrible because it's constantly moving. This is not every example, but these are the ones that I think are truly awful. They look totally fine when stationary though, and I wish they had stuck with just stationary sprites. So that covers all of the bad
I think it's cool that it's animated.
sprites in the main series, so now it's time to talk about 3D models.
Oh,
However, before we
okay.
talk about the main series ones, I wanted to cover some of the Pokemon 3D models that were used in console games prior to Generation 6.
Oh dear
in
God.
games
Oh, where is he gonna go with
such
this?
as Pokemon Snap, Stadium, or Coliseum. A lot of them look bad, especially the older generation Pokemon, because the later generation Pokemon had their models made, well, later. But while a lot
Okay.
of them look not great, here are a few that stand out to me as extra bad. One of the most memorable for me is Kangaskhan. Its movements are
Kangaskhan.
wild and
Not my Kangaskhan.
erratic, and its body parts seem strapped together uncomfortably. It does not look good. Another is Nidoqueen. Its torso is freaking cubic. It looks ridiculous. And then there's
It's just very pointy nipples.
Lickitung, whose eye placement looks like Hellspawn. And now let's talk about the main series 3D models. Since the same models are used in generations 6, 7, and 8, I'm gonna talk about all of those generations with
Okay,
this
just
one
lump them
segment.
all together,
For the
that
most
makes
part,
sense.
I think the 3D models are good. They seem to do a really good job of representing Pokemon in 3D.
It's just
and
very
it
chilly outside. Yeah, Nidoqueen's nipples are just really hard.
was the proper
I get it.
step to take Pokemon
My nipples too get hard when it's cold. Anyways.
into the more modern generation of games. However, there are a few models that make some Pokemon look way less cool in 3D than they did in 2D. One of the more infamous examples
Oven.
is Typhlosion. There are a lot of problems with this model. The most obvious is that its fire is not constantly lit. That's true for this entire evolutionary line.
Man, that's
and it's
disappointing.
a
I never
mistake.
noticed that.
Its fire is constantly lit in literally every other main series sprite prior to this, and it looks way cooler. Having it sit there with its neck naked just does not look good. I understand that Typhlosion only really lights its fire when it's in combat, but where do you see this model most of the time? Frickin' combat! Additionally, the pose isn't good. It's standing super upright, which makes its neck look so much shorter. Compare how Typhlosion looks in this model versus any other sprite. what happened to the guy's neck? The pose is
I don't
also
know.
pretty boring. This is actually a problem for a lot of 3D models because most Pokemon's neutral position is them just standing there in a neutral position, you know, looking straight forward.
I don't think there's
Now,
anything that wrong with
This isn't
that.
terrible because, you know, it's better at observing the Pokemon as to how it would stand normally, but a lot of times it can make the battles feel a bit bland because they're just standing there rather than poised ready to strike. DJ Fed on the Smogon forums altered Typhlosion's model to make
Wait,
one that
this
looks
is actually sick. This looks really cool.
far better than the existing one because the fire is always lit and it's in a much more interesting dynamic pose. I hope for Typhlosion's next appearance, it gets a better 3D model. Another Pokemon that I think became way less cool in the transition from 2D to 3D is Archeops. In its official art and its Gen 5 sprite, it looks cool. The proportions
It's awesome.
are
I love
proper.
Archeops.
It's got big wings, looks like a cool Raptor Archaeopteryx hybrid. It's dope. But then they gave it a 3D model that screwed everything up. They made its arms and wings way smaller, so now it looks like it's struggling to stay
I don't know if I like Archeops in the 3D model, actually.
afloat rather than being the completely effective flyer we know it is.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Additionally, rather than having the eyes look forward, they both look out in opposite directions. It makes it look
This looks really goofy.
soulless and
Yeah, he does look like he's struggling to fly.
brainless. Archeops' 3D model looks so bad that if it had been introduced in 3D rather than 2D, it may not have ended up as my favorite fossil Pokemon. Heck, I may not have ended up liking it at all. There are other examples of Pokemon getting bad 3D models, but these two are the most egregious to me. Potentially because I really like them as Pokemon, so them getting shafted in the 3D model department offends me more. Before I wrap up, there's another problem with 3D models that I wanted to cover, and that is color. The 3D models oftentimes have dramatically altered colorations from previous generation sprites.
Yeah, because, like, I think about when he's saying this, and I know he's saying this before Gen 8 and Gen 9, but I think the biggest offender is Gen 9. I feel like some of the color grading in that game definitely made some of the Pokemon look a little silly, a little not normal. So I kind of understand where he's coming from.
And most of the time, that's a bad thing. The primary issue is color saturation. A lot of Pokemon's 3D models have colors that are far less vibrant and looked really washed out compared to the previous generation sprites. One of the most notable examples is Starmie. The 2D
so desaturated.
sprites of Starmie show it as a deep, vibrant purple, but its 3D model is so pale that it looks like it's dying. So that's one issue, but another issue is that a lot of shiny colorings were completely ruined in the switch from 2D to 3D.
Man!
One notable example is Lantern, who had both its regular coloring and its shiny coloring ruined. The regular coloration lost a lot of saturation.
I think it's cool
but the
though, they did change Slowpoke shiny and Legends EA, so it's easier to differentiate a regular Slowpoke versus a shiny one.
Coloring lost so much that it
So
almost looks like the
desaturated.
regular coloration. Prior to Gen 6,
gross.
Shiny Lantern is a deep, pretty purple, clearly distinguishing itself from the blue of the regular coloring.
Yeah,
But
I
then
need more
in the 3D
pink in
models,
there.
you almost
Wait,
can't tell the
Combustion was
difference
updated too? I did not know that.
between the two colorations.
That's
Another shiny that was
cool.
ruined by the new colors of the 3D models was Fearow. This
Oh.
one is near and dear to my heart because Fearow was the first shiny Pokemon that I ever captured. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, the game in which I caught it, it's a bright, pretty yellow. It has this coloration in Gens 4 and 5 as well. But then in the 3D models, it's barf green.
That looks freaking nasty. Why does it look like that? Thank you so much for the follow. Ew.
What? Why? Why did they do this? I will admit it's closer to the shiny
Can we check if the 3D model department, if anybody's colorblind over there?
coloration that Fearow had in Gen 2, but they changed a lot of shiny colorations from Gen 2 to make them look better in Gen 3. Why would they revert to this awful shiny? It
I have no
seriously
idea.
sucks. Thankfully, it seems as if Sword and Shield are taking a big leap forward in making all the colorations of the 3D models really vibrant and saturated again. Let's Go certainly did that with quite a few Pokemon. But a lot of the colorations in Gen 6 and Gen 7 are just plain bad. So that almost wraps up this video, but before you go, I want to let you know that I'm doing a giveaway for a copy of Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield.
Oh, man. Guys, do you think I should enter?
Winner's choice. The winner will be announced on the day before Sword and Shield come out, and it will be an electronic
Guys, am I late?
copy. So if you are the winner, you'll
I think I'm a little late, guys. I think I might be a little late.
be able to play the new game immediately as soon as it comes out. If you're interested in entering, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, the link is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and an extra special thanks to my patrons on Patreon. If you want to help support the channel
I wonder if any of these people are still on his Patreon, and if they are, shout out to those guys.
support me and get some cool perks in exchange,
Just a
the
little
link is
bit
in the
late.
description below. If you're interested in watching some more of my fun Pokemon content, I recommend this video here. Alright, that's all I have for now, so until next time, big fans.
Gotta catch 'em
them
all. Yeah, before in Shiny's purple. I hate Gen 5 moving sprites. You have provoked a gang war. The Gen 5 sprites look fine with their DS screen. That is a really good point. I think someone said that in chat as well, where maybe it looks funny to him because he's viewing it on, like, maybe his PC screen when these sprites are meant to be viewed on tiny Nintendo DS screens. So maybe that's why he's able to see things more just differently. I feel like that's the more likely thing. Wow, Jasper, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. For those who are new here, hi, my name is Poseidon. I'm the goddess of the seas, earthquakes, and horses, and I'm a VTuber with a VTuber talent agency, Mythos. I love Pokemon. I love trading card games. I have really bad brain rot. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you guys doing? Thank you. Oh my God. I just opened up your Twitch page and it gave me a Wingstop ad. Man, I want Wingstop now. I love Wingstop. That's crazy. I love Pokemon too. Pokemon Brain Rot! Raiders highly recommend watching the first hour of the VOD. Raiders, do not watch the first hour of my VOD. Don't watch the first hour of this VOD. Please don't. Save yourself. Do yourself a favor, just don't. Was playing Pokopia? I need to get back to playing Pokopia. No, don't watch the first hour of this VOD, please don't. I'm deeply embarrassed. No, please. I was taking a nap. What did I miss? Nothing. You missed nothing. You missed nothing. If you do, I recommend watching in public without headphones. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Please, no. Wingstop, have it your way. I do love Wingstop. All good. Feel free to raid and run. Rest up. I will do my best to keep your community nice and comfy. I'll tuck them in. You know, we'll watch some videos together. Now I'm curious. No worries. Anyways, did you guys see they released more Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Champions? I think Mega Phalanx having Defiant is so fun. I want to find a way to make it work. And Megastar Raptor having Contrary is crazy. I've seen it around. I love Wingstop. It's like a once. Oh my God. Hi, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Runya-chan. What is going on? We got 2 raids. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. For those who are new here, hi, my name is Poseidon. I'm the god of the seas, earthquakes, and horses, and I'm a VTuber with a VTuber talent agency, Mythos. Thank you so much for the raid. We were watching some videos, reacting to videos. We were, yeah. Raiders, do not watch the first hour of this VOD. Don't listen to my chat. They're lying to you. What's my favorite Pokemon? I love Pancham. My favorite animal is pandas. And I think Pancham is so cute. He's a little bad boy. he's a bad boy. He creates a lot of trouble. And I like it. There's a lot of chaos. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need a raid and run, no worries. I'll do my best to keep your community nice and tucked in, and we can watch some videos, and perhaps we're gonna be playing Love Bite later. So yeah, thank you so much. We're honest here. First hour is peak. Don't listen to my chat. Full of useful trivia. What trivia? Pancham, not my favorite base choice. I love the little panda guy. If I had a nickel for every VTuber whose favorite Pokemon is Pancham, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. But it's weird as happened twice. Who's the other VTuber? I need to know now. Have fun. No worries. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Great book advice. I said nickels, not nipples. If I had a nipple for every VTuber who likes Pancham, I'd have 2 nipples. Oh, Annihilate lost Final Gambit. No. Oh, yeah, I did see Grimstar lost, what was it? The spirit thing. Yeah, it's signature move. That's so sad. That's so sad. The other VTuber's called Poseidon and Mythos. Maybe you know her. Oh my god, I have no idea who that is. Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Wait, was Grimstar considered meta back in its day? Was Grimstar considered meta? I'm still very new to VGC. Yeah, it was really cool, and they added a bunch of new items, or new items. They added like more items to champions, which I was like telling people, don't worry about Life Orb not being in the game. It's gonna get into the game at some point, and it's gonna happen very soon. So don't worry about it. I wasn't worried. Grimace a support mon. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. I really like Grimstar. I'm a little biased because I played Grimstar on the TCG for a long time as well. So I have a little bias. Yeah, one second. One second. Kind of more technically, like how Grim is in the TCG. Oh, Grimstar, what I understand was good to set up, reflect, and special shields. Got it. What's my top 3? So Pancham / Pangoro, because I love both. They share the number 1 spot. I think I'm allowed to do that because they're in the same evolution line. My second favorite is Tinkaton, and then my third favorite Pokemon is Garchomp. Shocking. None of those are water. But yeah, those are my top 3. So it's Pancham, Tinkaton, and Garchomp. Pancham / Pangoro, because I think Pangoro's fucking awesome. I love that guy. He's so cool. So yeah, Garchomp is a shark. Land shark. Flies in the sky. Same thing. I don't know. Is he a water type? I mean, in the TCG, for dragon types, he uses water energy. Ah, okay. Close enough. Speaking of VGC, the next video we're going to be watching is a WolfeyVGC video, because this is how I get educated on my VGC knowledge, okay? If it wasn't for Wolfey, I think I would be so negative brained when it comes to Pokemon VGC. So we're going to be watching, what is the worst Ghost-type Pokemon? I think Ghost-type actually might be my second favorite type. I love Ghost-type Pokemon. A lot of Ghost-type Pokemon are just so well designed, and they're just so cool, okay?
I think that Ghost might be the best type in the game because there are no bad Ghost-type Pokemon. There are so...
Jellicent, my beloved. Jellicent, one of my top 6 for sure.
many Pokemon out there that you
Jellicent has gone up there for me in recent times.
would think that finding just 10 of any type that would be bad would be easy. It's not only not
Ghost
easy,
types are so cool.
it's impossible for this type specifically. This has implications for this video, but I'll explain why this is the case first.
I honestly forgot Goldango's a ghost type. I'm gonna be honest. Jellicent and TCG so goated. Facts! Listen, I loved playing Gardevoir EX I loved playing Gardevoir EX with Jellicent. I just love being able to item lock people and be like, you can't play items or tools, you motherfucker.
Ghost is overall just a really strong type. It's the only type to give you 2 different immunities, and also there aren't that many types that resist it, and so both offensively and defensively, it has
Toxic? I'm not toxic. I swear.
a lot of utility. Here's the other thing though. As more and more Pokemon games have come out, the developers have gotten better at making Pokemon, or I should say they've gotten better at making Pokemon with competitive play in mind, which is what I'm talking about here. And so in this series, what I have found is that many of the worst Pokemon of a
This poor Beedrill, every time I see this picture, I get a little sad.
given type are Pokemon from earlier generations. However, there aren't a lot of ghost types in the earlier generations. Generation 1 only has one evolutionary line that is ghost type, and that is Gengar. And Gengar is the
And it's a banger Pokemon. What can I say?
single best ghost type Pokemon, certainly not the worst. Generation 2 only has Misdreavus and Mismagius. And while Mismagius might not be the most impressive Pokemon, Misdreavus actually got second at US Nationals back in
It's so
2013.
good, and its Paradox is so good.
And therefore I cannot put it on this list. To be explicit about it, for this list I
Oh my
only consider
God.
the best Pokemon in each
Did he have a hard time figuring out what to put on this list?
evolutionary line. And so with the earlier generations just not having that many ghost types present at all, and the later generations having better designed ghost types, it puts us in a very unique situation.
Dude, the fucking Shadow Rider Calyrex was a terror, okay? In both the TCG and the VGC, from my understanding.
Here, which is why for the first time ever on one of these lists, I am not able to talk about 10 Pokemon. In fact, there are only 8 Pokemon that I can talk about
He had such a hard time that he couldn't even come up with 10 of them.
here. And frankly, none of them are bad. You could bring any of these Pokemon to a tournament, and while they wouldn't be commonplace, like you
Could I talk about, okay, this is gonna be so off topic. I saw this, like, the
them are
Gary
bad.
thing.
You could bring any
So I'm gonna talk about how the first time I've ever made a day 2 at a Pokemon TCG regional. So for those who are coming in from YouTube, who are watching the YouTube video version of this and have no idea any context about me, I'm not a VGC player. I'm like learning, but I'm mainly a TCG player. So this was Los Angeles. What year was it? It was 2024. This was 2 years ago. So I made day 2. It was my very first day 2 at a regional, because fortunately it wasn't my last, but I had made day 2 at the 2024 Los Angeles regionals. And to give you context, I did not practice for this tournament. I did not play test. I literally just wanted to come and play. Okay, I literally did not care if I went like 1-8. So I had made day 2 and I was just like, crap. Because I had plans the next day. There was a corgi race in Los Angeles that I really wanted to see. Yeah, so I didn't get to see the corgi race. I was really upset and I was really sad. So instead of watching corgi's race, I was in the convention center getting my ass whooped by a bunch of pro players. So anyways, I just had to mention that.
of these Pokemon to a tournament, and while they wouldn't be commonplace, like you wouldn't be doing yourself a massive disservice. I'm genuinely being serious when I say that there are no bad ghost types. It's actually, I can't even believe it. I've never seen anything like this. To compensate for only having 8 Pokemon on the list rather than the normal 10, the honorable mention section is going to be longer, and I will explain why a lot of ghost
There's
types
more Pokemon in the honorable list section than there is in the actual worst Pokemon section.
that look bad are actually not like valid to be put on this list. But we'll get to that later, because first of all, we have to talk about our 8th worst ghost type, which is the best ghost type on the worst ghost type list, Dhelmise.
Oh,
Dhelmise
little
is a great
anchor
Pokemon.
dude.
Dhelmise is one of the Pokemon that looks the least like a Pokemon. I think this is largely
I
because
love Dhelmise's design. Well, I will say, if I had never seen Dhelmise before and somebody did tell me it was like a Digimon, I think I might have believed them.
place where its eye is not super obvious looking at it. Like it kind of just looks like an anchor, and while if you look closely, you can see that it does have an eye. It's really not apparent at
He's
first
just a
glance, and so
guy.
it looks more like an object than a Pokemon. But those are just my personal feelings for this list. I'm only
Hot take, I love the Pokemon that are just objects.
considering
I learned that that was a hot take because a lot of people apparently don't like Klefki and don't like Delmise, for example. I'm just like, I actually think those are kind of silly.
How good a Pokemon is competitively. The thing about Delmise is that it actually has a
Yeah, Delmise is going to be a solid deck in the next format. Not the best deck ever, but it's going to be a silly deck.
lot going for it. Grass and Ghost typing is surprisingly a type that they really
don't like
favor.
Trubbish. I love Trubbish. He's a baby.
For some reason. Delmise was introduced in Generation 7, which is kind of funny because the generation prior introduced both Gourgeist and Trevenant, which are Pokemon that share a typing and also like a similar stat distribution to Delmise. So I don't know why they like just love these slow grass ghost Pokemon, but I mean, it is a pretty cool typing. They don't have that much explicit synergy, but because both grass and ghost offer utility, with ghost making you immune to 2 different types and grass making you immune to powder moves, I would say that overall it's a pretty nice combination. The coolest thing about Delmise is its ability. It gets the ability Steelworker, which powers up all of its steel type moves by 50%. For those of you really familiar with competitive Pokemon, this effectively gives it a 3rd same type attack bonus or stab
That's pretty
type,
sick.
meaning it can use all of grass, ghost, and steel moves quite effectively offensively. One thing you might not know is that Delmise actually gets a signature move called Anchor Shot, which is a steel type move that when it hits the target prevents them from switching out. This is a really
This actually is not a bad move at all. They can't move.
great move.
100 power and 100 accuracy, like that's pretty good.
Steel is a pretty nice offensive type to have, and also like not letting your opponent switch out. I like that personally. I think that's nice. It gets a number of other really high power attacks, not utility attacks, mostly Power Whip and Poltergeist, but also gets Grassy Glide. Overall, a decent move pool for sure. Delmise also has pretty good stats. It's like decently bulky. I would say it's above average bulky, and it has a very high attack
He's
stat,
a
especially
chunky
for a Pokemon
boy.
introduced in Generation 7 that's not a legendary or anything. Overall, I'm really just saying good things about Delmise. The thing that holds it
I like how he has nothing really that bad to say about him.
back, and the reason why it hasn't really seen any mainstream success is the fact that it is
Which makes me
extremely
sad.
slow. It has a base speed of 40.
I mean, he's
and it
an
was
anchor,
introduced
for
in the
God's
Incineroar
sake.
generation, and like while it is a grass and ghost and effectively steel type offensively, not one of those types can do even
Incineroar's always getting hurt in these videos.
neutral damage to Incineroar. And so despite being a Pokemon with a ton going for it, it's just kind of awkward to use because in order to actually get use out of it, you really want it to be fighting inside of Trick Room. However, Incineroar is generally one of the strongest Pokemon against Trick Room, and if you want to dedicate a Pokemon to only doing damage inside of Trick Room, you want it to be a Pokemon that can actually match up well into Incineroar. So I would say that Delmise
Freddy
is yet another victim
Fazbear.
of the cat. That
The
being
Incineroar killer.
said, it's a really cool Pokemon, and I was going to tell you that, you know, I was sure that if Incineroar wasn't around, then maybe
Have a
Delmise
good
could
stream.
see
Bye,
success, but that's
Fox.
actually
Have a
already
good
happened.
one.
It
Thanks
was
for
actually
hanging
used
out.
by a very well-known player by the name of Ashton Cox to place top 16 at a regional at the beginning of Sword and Shield. Importantly, this was before Incineroar was in the game. Ashton had Jellicent on the
God.
team, and while I don't have a full team
Oh, my favorite, my baby. If you ever see a Jellicent, don't forget to hug it.
report in front of me, I'm
Trust.
pretty sure that this was a hybrid Trick Room team, like not a dedicated one, but one that had the option. And so the fact that it already has a very good performance at a regional, I think indicates how good Delmise is. You can indicate how good you are if you subscribe to this channel. Did you know that there's over 40
Yeah.
people who work on this channel in some capacity? That's not all people who
Shout out to all of those guys.
spend like 40
I don't know if any of them watch my videos, but shout out to all of those guys. They're pretty sick.
hours a week or anything close to it, but yeah, it's a lot of us trying to make these little videos, you know. I at some point would be interested to make a video kind of showing the behind the scenes of running a channel that puts out videos that are this edited and this, you know, prepared every week, because
So
like
cool.
I think it's probably not super obvious. Actually, I'm curious if people watching have a guess as to how long it takes each video to be made and how many like hours go
At least, I would like to say at least 100 hours of video.
into it.
At least.
But anyway, there's a lot of people who spend a lot of time and energy thinking about it and trying to make these videos good. So if you like the content or you want to support us, it's a good reason to subscribe. I personally feel like the most important thing as a YouTuber is to not betray the trust of your audience. So I do give you my word that I will always try and upload videos that I personally think are high quality and worth your time. Anyway, let's move on to number 7, which is Cursula. Some of you do not know that this Pokemon exists.
I love Cursula. I think the idea of dead coral is so sad, but it's so clever to make it into like an evolution for Cursula. Thank you so much for the follow.
So here's the thing about Cursula. Cursula is a Pokemon that is not
I could have sworn I seen someone use Cursula in like a competitive thing.
super good. And initially when I was making my list, I actually had it lower down, like closer to 1 than 8. Corsola is an evolution of the Pokemon Galarian Corsola. It has really high special defense and special attack, but its physical bulk and HP stats are quite low, as is its speed stat. Basically because
it makes sense. It's dead coral. It's probably very fragile.
HP is so low, it doesn't feel as bulky as it should, given how high its special
Yeah,
defense is.
it's
And given how slow
unfortunate
it
it's
is,
not
it doesn't
Rock
actually feel like
Ghost.
as strong a special attacker as it could, given how high its special attack is.
We've
Now, having
been
a secondary
robbed.
type also doesn't help, as like, yeah, when you're an offensive Pokemon, you want more types most of the time. The best way that I can communicate
Facts.
to you that Corsola is not a very good Pokemon is its ability is called Perish Body. I am not making this up for the video. This is real. You can look it up.
That's such a silly name. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's voltage.
Body is a very cool ability that says if a Pokemon makes contact with the user of Perish Body, ability wielder of Perish Body, both the Pokemon who hit it and both Corsola and the attacking Pokemon will get a Perish counter put on them, starting at 3. Many of you know that Perish Song strategies are my single favorite in the entire game, and yet despite that, I have
TikTok. Finish the game before you die.
never had a team with Corsola on it because it is just so difficult to use. This ability actually has pretty major anti-synergy with Corsola's
Thank you so
stats
much
because
for the
the majority
follow.
of contact moves are physical attacks. There are some exceptions like Grass Knot makes contact. Most of them are like punching and slapping and biting moves, right? And Corsola has such bad physical defense that it isn't actually able to make good use of this ability. I know that how I've described Corsola has made it seem bad. So you might be wondering why it's not lower on the list when I said that there aren't any like bad ghost type Pokemon. The reason is that for this video, I'm considering the entire evolutionary line. And while Corsola itself is not very good, Galarian Corsola is better. Galarian Corsola's stats are actually very different. It's a lot weaker offensively, but it's also a lot bulkier. While its special defense is technically a fair bit lower,
That is very interesting.
its physical defense is a lot higher and its HP remains the same.
This poor thing. Somebody give the Galarian Corsola a chicken nugget.
Pokemon can hold the Eviolite item, which increases both of their defensive stats by 50%.
Oh,
and Eviolite
okay.
Galarian Corsola is extremely bulky and also gets healing moves like Strength Sap. This is a Pokemon that I think was especially strong in single battle formats when it first came out because it was so bulky, it could heal a ton, and while it doesn't get Perish Body, it does get Cursed Body, which like every time you hit it with any move gives it a 30% chance of getting a disable. So your opponent would lock into their strongest move, you would heal up, and every time they attacked you, they'd have a chance to get disabled, so you could gradually wear them down. This was generally not considered to be very good in the official competitive format.
But I'm sure somebody pulled it off and made someone else crash out.
However, Galarian Corsola does have a top 64 at Poke Regionals
That's probably where I've seen it.
in Sword and Shield. It was used alongside a number of other bulky Pokemon, including Corviknight, Gastrodon, Tyranitar, and Arcanine, and also Galarian Weezing was on this team. So, like, I think it's a pretty neat team, and yeah, Galarian
Super
Corsola was there as
silly.
well as another form of defense. So anyway, even though Corsola is not very good, Galarian Corsola is like at least usable and has a result, so it's only 7th on our list. Okay, coming in at number 6, I think is going to be controversial. The 6th worst ghost type Pokemon is Spiritomb. And I know that Spiritomb is like
Oh! Spiritomb? Huh.
iconic, and I personally like Spiritomb, and I think that it's really cool. But here's the cold hard truth.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about all the PTSD I've had from Cynthia.
Spiritomb does not have a single recorded result on the most modern website. Now, I do need to specify that the current website that I use to keep track of stats and where the majority of Pokemon's results are recorded really only started getting updated after Sword and Shield, like starting
Shout
in
out
Sword
to
and
Robin
Shield.
Schultz.
And the majority of data before then has been completely lost to time. I think that it is almost certain that Spiritomb had some results, like in the
Yeah, I was
Generation
about to
5.
say, I
maybe-
could have sworn I seen some at least like Gen 4, Gen 5 gameplay with the competitive gameplay with Spiritomb somewhere.
Even Generation 4 era, and even in Generation 6 and Generation 6+1, like there's probably some people who at least tried Spiritomb, but there's no way to access that data because, like, yeah, we just weren't really
It was
preserving
so
our
long
tournament history in the
ago.
same way that we are now. Major results like tournament wins will often be recorded, although
Why is the Toxicroak moving like that? It's moving like Nikki from Obsession.
even that's not the case for many tournaments from back in the day. So anyway, all that being said is that even though Spiritomb doesn't have any results, I still think it's a good enough Pokemon that it doesn't deserve to be further down on this list, even though some Pokemon further down have more recent results. The thing about Spiritomb, as many of you will know, is that it's one of the original Pokemon with 0 weaknesses, as prior to the Fairy type's introduction, Dark and Ghost combined to have 0 weaknesses. Spiritomb in many ways is actually quite similar to Galarian Corsola. It has a low base HP but pretty decent defense and special defense stats, making it feel medium bulky. It's a Pokemon that is unlikely to go down in one hit, but is unlikely to live two strong
was
ones.
so fire.
And also,
Absolutely love that movie. I actually have been considering going to go see it again to see maybe if I catch stuff in that movie that I didn't see the first time.
similar to the other Pokemon we've talked about thus
And
far.
here's the
It
thing,
is
I'm not a big horror movie person, so like the fact that this movie is so like in my head and I love it so much and I want to go see it again should tell you how good it is.
extremely slow. This wasn't as
Especially I think that I'm very critical of movies sometimes too.
big a problem for Spiritomb as it's been for the other Pokemon on our list, because it does get a number of priority moves, including Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak. The thing is though, that while these priority moves are good and allow Spiritomb to attack before faster Pokemon, Spiritomb isn't the strongest Pokemon, and so
He's
like
just
it
a
wasn't a good
baby.
enough
He
reason to
hits-
justify using this Pokemon. I
Whenever
know that a
he hits,
Pokemon
you hear the little squeak sound like
with no weaknesses sounds pretty good, but the truth is that it's okay to have weaknesses. It's not okay to not contribute anything. And Spiritomb is really set up to be a supporting Pokemon with moves like Will-O-Wisp, maybe Trick, maybe you could use Hypnosis. It gets Nasty Plot as well, so you could use it as a setup threat. It gets some good supporting moves like Snarl and Icy Wind to support your team. But the issue is that, like, for these moves to be most effective, you want to be using them before your opponent attacks. And because Spiritomb is so
Oh, you're
slow,
not
that's
fast
actually
at
really
all.
difficult.
Absolutely
Because Spiritomb's
not.
offenses are quite low and its defenses are relatively high, it's like awkward because you would like to use it as the supportive Pokemon with no weaknesses that you can use to gradually whittle down your opponent, but
needs an
because
evolution.
it's so
I think Spiritomb will eventually get like a regional variant or evolution or something down the line. I think there's a lot of fun things that Game Freak could do with Spiritomb.
low, like these supportive moves are not having the impact that you'd like for them to have. Now that being said, there is something good that I can say about Spiritomb, which is that in Scarlet and Violet it received a pretty major buff, which is access to the move Trick Room, which it did not have prior. With Trick Room, you can now justify using Spiritomb as a bulky Trick Room setter in a lower power level format. You can use its bulk to set up Trick Room and then use moves like Snarl and Will-O-Wisp to weaken your opponents while your sweepers do damage. So I think it is totally possible that we could see Spiritomb have a little bit of use going forward. Okay, coming in at number 5 is a Pokemon that I feel pretty bad that I have to put on this list because I like it a lot, but it doesn't have any results, and so it has to be here.
Oh, is it
It's
Runerigus?
So my thing about Runerigus is that Koffagrigus is one of my single favorite Pokemon. It was on my first ever tournament winning team, my first team that I
Runerigus is pretty cool.
actually entered a VGC.
I think there was like it might have been my second playthrough of what was it? I can't remember which Black and White. It was either Black or Black 2. I played it a second time and I used Koffagrigus. It was so cool.
The event with, and
Yeah, this guy has a very interesting evolution method.
I was so excited when I saw that it was getting effectively a new form. Runerigus is a little bit disappointing. It's a Ghost and Ground type Pokemon, which I would say is actually pretty cool.
Runerigus
Ghost
is
and
so
Ground is a typing that
cool.
has not seen a ton of success. Basically, there's 3 Ghost and Ground type Pokemon, and the best one of them is Palisand, who is not
I love Palisand.
great, and again,
I
many of
think
you
it's
might not
so
even know
silly.
exists. And the other one is Galurk, who at the time I'm recording this is well, we'll talk about Galurk in a little bit. Anyway,
Okay.
Ghost and Ground don't have any
I think he's
good
gonna
results
come up
like
in a
their
little bit.
Pokemon, but I think that's more a factor of the Pokemon themselves rather than the typing being bad. Ground is a really valuable type as the only type that is immune to electric. Also, having a rock resistance is really nice. And we've already talked about Ghost just being a good type generally. So combining 2 good types equals good type. It's not rocket science, right? So the issue with Runerigus is not the typing. I would also say that the issue with Runerigus is not its ability. It gets this very cool ability called Wandering Spirit, which basically acts like a skill swap whenever a Pokemon that makes direct contact with it hits it with a move. So if your, I don't know, Incineroar uses knockoff into Runerigus, it would activate Wandering Spirit. And Incineroar would get Wandering Spirit, while Runerigus would get Intimidate. This is a really interesting ability that is a variant of Koffagrigus' Mummy ability, which instead of switching the abilities would simply overwrite them. So like if a Pokemon made contact with Koffagrigus, then it would lose its ability and get Mummy. And so if you had Koffagrigus, sometimes you'd have a situation where all 4 Pokemon on the field had Mummy. You can't do that with Wandering Spirit, but the advantage of Wandering Spirit is that you steal the ability of whatever hits you. So if, I don't know, Mega Kangaskhan hits you, all of a sudden, like, not only are they losing Parental Bond, but you're gaining Parental Bond. There's a lot of potential positive implications with this ability, and I bet you could even do some interesting things.
A very silly ability that I'm sure could go great. And also go very wrong.
Things where you attack yourself with it. It would not work with Wonder Guard if you're wondering. Wonder Guard has special conditions that don't allow it to get switched, but there are probably some other very interesting abilities that you could intentionally pass to your partner. But the thing about Runerigus is that it was really a victim of its timing. Runerigus has only been playable in competitive play in Sword and Shield. And the thing about Sword and Shield is that those games were defined by Dynamax. When a Pokemon Dynamax, it got doubled HP, all of its moves powered up, and also all of its regular moves
That's how
were
you set up
replaced
for
with max.
slacking. Oh, you get rid of his, was it Truant ability? And then he could swing every turn now?
Moves. And importantly, no max moves make contact. So against the most important Pokemon in your opponent's team, Runerigus wasn't able to use its very cool ability. A lot of Pokemon depend on their abilities, so like in theory, stealing the ability of Pokemon that are really important in your opponent's team would be a good thing. But
is Belly Drum an ability? No, it's what was the thing on Azumarill? What is Azumarill's ability? I don't remember.
Runerigus was
Belly Drum's the attack.
Effectively not able
Huge power, there we go.
to do this. The other thing holding Runerigus back is actually a very slight distinction in its stats. So Runerigus is very bulky on the physical side. It again has very low HP and actually has pretty good special defense. It's extremely slow, but this is actually a benefit because Runerigus is intended to be used as a Trick Room setter, and specifically it's intended to be used as a bulky Trick Room setter. So you tank a hit, you set Trick Room up, and then you start disrupting with moves like Will-O-Wisp. The tough part about Runerigus' stats is that it's a physical attacker. It has 95 base attack and 50 special attack. This is the opposite of Cofagrigus, who is a special attacker. And while it might not sound like a big deal, being a physical attacker as a Trick Room setter is just awkward. This is in large part because of the Intimidate ability. Cofagrigus and Runerigus are Pokemon that really want to set Trick Room up and then just stick on the field until they get knocked out, using moves like Will-O-Wisp to weaken the opponent or doing like bits of chip damage to help their partners pick up KOs. The thing is, if you get intimidated once or twice or you get burned, Runerigus suddenly isn't able to do actual meaningful damage. You can use moves like Nightshade, which does flat damage, but it's not so much flat damage that it's really worth using a lot of the time. And moves like Shadow Ball and especially Earth Power have such high base power that like it's worth using them even if you're not a super strong attacker because the damage will add up, and also Ground and Ghost coverage is just pretty good offensively. I think it is absolutely reasonable to say that Runerigus could have success going forward. If it had been an early Scarlet and Violet, I think that people might have at least considered it, but only being playable in competitive play in Sword and Shield I think has really hurt it. I'm hopeful there will be a point where it is good. I do like it a lot.
One day.
Is Poltegeist. Poltegeist actually has one recorded result, which is a top 128 in Sword and Shield. So somebody brought it to
that's not that bad.
Poltegeist is a bit of an awkward Pokemon. Its stats are kind of like baby Fluttermane if you look at them. It's very frail on the physical side. It's got okay special bulk and like good special attack, but it's relatively slow. It's actually kind of like a Fluttermane pre-evolution, like the way the stats are set up. The thing that makes Poltegeist difficult to use is in large part its stats. Having a high special attack stat means you either want to be really fast or really slow so that you can be moving before your opponents using either Trick Room or just, no speed control. And being right in the middle of or the lower end of the middle, it's slow, but
you kind of don't really, even with the Trick Room up or anything, you're just cooked. You're gonna be always moving second.
Not slow enough. It's just awkward. It's made more awkward by the fact that Poltegeist doesn't really have many good coverage moves. Aside from moves like Giga Drain and Dark Pulse and Psyshock, does it even get Psychic? If it does, I'm not seeing it. It just doesn't learn very many good moves. So you end up with a special attacker without many good special attacks. You can see the problem. A fun
Game Freak, fix it!
fact about Poltegeist is that it gets a signature move called Tea Time, which causes all Pokemon in the battle to eat their berries.
Incineroar even outspeeds Poltegeist in Trick Room? That's crazy.
It's not very good, but it is funny. It's really funny because the Convergent Poltegeist, which is Sinistcha, gets a really good...
All right. Does this Poltegeist have the authenticity stamp at the bottom? I need to know.
A signature move called Machagacha, which is just incredible, and like Tea Time is...
I love Sinistcha. The few times I've played Sinistcha in Champions has always been a fun time.
So much worse. Anyway, if you really like Poltegeist, there is some things that you can do with it. Poltegeist is a Shell Smash Pokemon, which is a move that lowers both of your defensive stats, but then gives you a +2 boost in your speed, special attack, and attack. So you can use it as a
But when you're fragile...
Sweeper. I think this set was actually another one that was pretty good in single battles. And you actually can skip the setup altogether. You could do this kind of the bootlegged way because it gets the ability Weak Armor. Weak Armor gives your Pokemon 1 stage of decreased defense, but increases their speed by 2 stages every time they're hit by a physical move. And so what you can do is you can pair Poltegeist with a Pokemon with the move Beat Up, which is a very weak Dark type attack, which can hit up to 4 times. If you use Beat Up into your own Poltegeist, you will give it, assuming you have all Pokemon available to attack, -4 defense, but +6 speed. And this will also do super effective effective damage, so you can use it with the weakness policy item, which will then double Poltegeist's physical and special attack. You'd use this primarily with the psychic type attack stored power, which is the one exception to super strong moves that Poltegeist gets, because stored power gets stronger with every stat boost that you have. The bad thing about using beat up into Poltegeist is that the defense drops
that's so
apply
interesting,
immediately,
actually.
so each hit from beat up is going to do
That is
consecutively
actually
more
so
damage.
cool.
So like even if you're using a relatively weak beat up Pokemon, you could still do like over 50% to Poltegeist. It's certainly not an awful Pokemon, and like I mean a Shell Smash, you know, powerful special attacker it's not terrible, right? Especially it is healing from Giga Drain, so that's an option as well.
If there's a person that could make Poltegeist work, it would be Wolfie. Wolf click.
It's not a very good Pokemon. Okay, before we get to the top 3, let's talk about our honorable mentions. There's a fair few here that people are going to be expecting to see that are not present on this list, so I want to go through them. First, I've already mentioned this one, but Mismagius. Mismagius does not really have any tournament success, but Mischievous placed second at US Nationals back in 2013 as a bulky Trick Room setter. Banette is clearly one of the worst Ghost-type Pokemon, but some idiot won a regional with it, and that idiot was me.
I was about to be like, why are we being mean to this person that won a regional with it? It was him.
And so I felt like it's a regional champion. I can't justify putting it on the list, right? It was Mega Banette, to be clear. Mega Banette, by the way, has a sky-high attack stat. That's the reason you should use it. My Banette had 0 damaging moves. It could do 0 damage. Stupid. Dusknoir. Dusknoir is not a very good Pokemon, although it did have success in the
Broken in the TCG, though. Hate that goddamn thing.
early days of competitive Pokemon, like 2009, 2008, somewhere around then. Despite that, it certainly was never going to be on this list because Dusclops was one of the single best Pokemon in early Sword and Shield, and actually for the duration of Sword and Shield, due to its monstrous bulk, using Ghost well as a defensive type because it just didn't have that many weaknesses, and access to the move Haze, which was very powerful against Dynamax Pokemon that were boosting their stats or lowering your stats, as well as Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split, which were also really good moves against Dynamax attackers, as well as the ability to activate your own partner's weakness policy. Dusclops was really good. Okay, here were the Pokemon that I was considering for slots 9 and 10. It was Frostlass and Golurk. Now, with full transparency,
Whoa! Isn't Mega Frostlass a really good Pokemon?
filming this video prior to Pokemon Champions releasing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And I do not even know the abilities of these Pokemon yet.
What if I told you Mega Frostlass is a menace?
I thought about including them as the 9th and 10th slots because, like, without their Mega Evolutions, they definitely deserve to be on this list. But the thing is that, like, I have a feeling that both Mega Evolutions are going to be viable, if not good.
Who's gonna tell him?
Just looking at their stats. And it felt kind of silly to put them on this
Who's
list knowing
going
they were
to
about to
tell
get a huge
him?
power buff. So I decided to mention them here instead. Like the base forms would have been 9 and 10, I think. But yeah, like given the fact that they now both have Mega Evolutions, I just didn't think that I could include them. Drifloon is a Pokemon that people might think is bad, but was actually one of the best Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Maybe not one of the best, but had a real, was present on one of the best teams in early Sun and Moon. And actually throughout Sun and Moon had good success. This is because of its ability Unburden, which doubles its speed if its held item is consumed. Players paired this primarily with Tapu Lele, a super strong special attacker that set up the Psychic Terrain, which would then activate Drifloon's held item, the Psychic Seed, which would not only give it a special defense boost, but also activate Unburden, doubling its speed. Drifloon would then use its litany of strong supporting moves like Tailwind and Will-O-Wisp to support Tapu Lele, making it faster, effectively increasing its bulk. It could use Strength Sap to heal itself, although that might not have been present until Sword and Shield. I actually forgot about that. And doing good damage with Shadow Ball.
Strength Sap is still such a silly move name, man.
Which again, Ghost is a good offensive type. Blacephalon. Blacephalon is a Pokemon I initially thought might be here because it's
I love that thing.
pretty
I was a menace in the Sun and Moon days with this guy.
commonly agreed as one of the worst Ultra
In the
Beasts,
TCG.
but it actually has a fair bit of success back in Sun and Moon, including multiple top 4s at regionals. One of them was actually a second. Configrigus. Configrigus is not a Pokemon with a ton of success, but it did win a regional and national level event. That was, again, me. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. It was like the centerpiece of my original VGC team. Couldn't put it on the list. Gorgeous and Trevenant are both Pokemon that I think maybe look bad at a glance, but like have both seen decent success. Gorgeous got second at an international back in 2020. It also won a regional back in Pokemon X and Y. That's actually not recorded on the site. It also, I can see here, got second at a regional in 2016. Yeah, it was even used a little bit in 2016. Here's the top 8 in Australian regional in 2016 as well.
Little
Definitely not a Pokemon that is
dude.
always good, but a Pokemon where when it is good, it tends to be pretty annoying to deal with. Trevenant, I would say, is overall a bit worse than Gourgeist, but I did knock one out of Worlds in 2017, I believe. Yeah, in top cut. And I would say overall was a pretty good Pokemon back in like 2017, as well as even in X and Y. It saw a bit of success, getting 5th and 6th at Australian Nationals in back-to-back years. I feel like this might be a Pokemon with a regional win, but this one I'm blanking on. I'm not entirely sure, but it's certainly not a bad Pokemon, especially back in like the first years of X and Y and the first year of Sun and Moon.
tree guy. He's
decent.
pretty decent
I was at
in the
regionals this
TCG
past
now.
weekend, and I was talking with friends about like this problem, how I couldn't find 10 bad ghost types, and they mentioned Houndstone as a Pokemon that could be in mentioned, but I think Houndstone is just too good. Really good ability, really good signature move.
I was about to be like, not the Popo.
Has a top 32 at regionals despite not being out for very long. I just don't think I can put Houndstone on the list. Like, I can't imply that it's a bad Pokemon. And the last
As long as there's no Rotom Slider, I'd never. I don't think you would put that on
a
here.
Bit forgettable. Like, if you didn't play much during Sun and Moon, you may like it might be a Pokemon you don't think about very often. Palossand is a third place at regionals in large part because of its signature ability, Water Compaction, which gives it 2 stages of defense boost every time it gets hit by a water move.
Oh,
there was a strategy that paired
wait,
this
that's
with
pretty sick.
Smeargle, and Smeargle would copy Greninja's signature move, Water Shuriken, which hits multiple times, has priority, and is really weak when used by Smeargle. And the idea was you would Water Shuriken your own Palossand, which would hopefully hit at least 3 times and give it +6 defense, and would also activate its weakness policy, which would double its special attack. And then Palossand could like do a ton of damage with Earth Power and Shadow Ball, but could also heal itself with its signature move Shore Up, which heals more if Sand is up. Like, that's pretty cool, right? I don't know if people even remember that it gets this. My friend Marcus actually back in the day had this incredible Palossand video on his YouTube channel. It's like I still think about it every time I think about Palossand. Anyway, that's all the ghost types I wanted to talk about in the honorable mentions. Again, like the ghost is really good. Like even the weird or bad ghost type Pokemon are still getting good results. So we have 3 Pokemon left. 3 Pokemon that are the worst ghost types, and frankly, they're all still pretty good.
Who is it?
Starting with number 3, we're going to talk about Oricorio's Sensu form. I'm pretty sure this is the ghost one's name. Sensu? Yep, Oricorio Sensu, the ghost one, which makes sense because this is the worst ghost type list. So Oricorio I've talked about before. Here's the thing about Oricorio. Its stats are pretty bad. Its stats are actually quite bad.
Well, that's kind of buns.
Like,
busted in the GX, yeah, busted in the TCG though.
Look at it and you think, well, like that can't be good, right? But the thing is that it also gets this very neat signature ability called Dancer. Dancer causes Oricorio to immediately use any dance moves used by you or your opponent, like in the same turn as they are used. It's one of the only Pokemon that can attack multiple times per turn without the help of Oranguru.
So funny.
Anyway, there's some pretty good moves that are dancing moves. Like Quiver Dance is the best one, which gives you 3 stages of stat boosts. Being able to Quiver Dance and then use an attack in the same turn is very scary. There's also other moves like Fiery Dance and I mean, there's like Teeter Dance. I'm forgetting all of them, but I feel like Quiver Dance and Fiery Dance are typically agreed upon as the best ones. Victory Dance is a move as well now, though that's never used. Oricorio also gets the signature move Revelation Dance, which changes type based on its form. So if it's a ghost type, Revelation Dance is a ghost type move. However, Revelation Dance actually got a bit of a buff in Scarlet and Violet. Now, if you Terrastallize, Revelation Dance changes to the type of your Terra type. Basically, this functions as a stronger form of Terra Blast because it's more usable beforehand. Oricorio Sensu has 2 top 64s in Scarlet and Violet, which is frankly pretty good for a Pokemon with not great stats. Its secondary typing of Flying gives it access to moves like Air Slash and Hurricane, as well as the very valuable supporting move Tailwind, which is just great to have on your team in general. It's hard for me to imagine Oricorio ever becoming too mainstream because even though the ability is so strong, the stats are just so bad. But I think the fact that it has 2 top 64s, which is 2 very respectable finishes, is a testament to the fact that even one of the worst ghost types is still usable and bringable to tournaments. That's like a real testament. Okay, there's 2 ghost types left. Neither of them have any results, and one of them is going to make you mad. It's number 2. It's Decidueye, or Decky Dewey if you're cultured.
Decky Dewey. That's a new one I haven't heard before. I love Decky Dewey.
Decidueye, like, I know that people like Decidueye. It feels bad to put a starter Pokemon this high. I don't actually know if I think this might be the worst placing starter Pokemon on any one of these lists. Decidueye is just not good. It's another grass and ghost type. There's like so many of these things. I would say that of the Pokemon,
it's a cool typing though. You can't say it's not a cool typing.
On this list, Decidueye is closest to Poltegeist in the sense that they share a speed stat of 70, which is just like a really awkward speed point to be at in general.
Fair enough.
Let's say some good things about Decidueye first before I talk about how bad it is. Decidueye's typing is good. We've already established that grass and ghost is a pretty good type combination. Decidueye has a very cool signature move that is actually similar to Dhelmise's signature move called Spirit Shackle. It's actually the exact same thing as Dhelmise's move, except it's a ghost type instead of a steel type. These Pokemon are also added in the same generation, so it's probably coded similarly.
Gen 7's getting a lot of heat here, isn't it?
Too. It's a good move. Like trapping your opponent in is good. Ghost is a really good offensive type. Great move. Decidueye also gets some useful priority moves such as Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch. Yeah, it also gets Sucker Punch as well. It also gets a couple interesting coverage moves like Brave Bird is a good one. U-Turn is okay, though has bad synergy with Spirit Shackle. And it gets the good supporting move Tailwind. The stats are also overall, they're not so bad. Like the issue with Decidueye's stats is not that like they're awful in a vacuum. It has pretty good special bulk, decent HP, okay defense, and then there's the offenses and the speed. Like Decidueye is a mixed attacker. It has like about equivalent attack and special attack stats, which is actually really bad. You really want your Pokemon to have
you don't want them to be like mid at both. You want them to be really good at one and ass at the other, right?
Have clear strengths and I mean, ideally no weaknesses, but like, you know, clearly defined strengths is really good. And you just accept the weaknesses that you have. With Decidueye, it doesn't really have any clear strengths. It's not fast enough to work outside of most speed control outside of Tailwind maybe. And even then it's only so-so. It's not slow enough to be a good trick room attacker. And it's not strong enough to really be offensively threatening in an important way. It feels really unfair to compare what they gave Decidueye to what they gave Incineroar, given that they're both starters from the same generation. And even Primarina, who's a great water type, really dramatically outplaces Decidueye in pretty much every way, shape, and form. Like, I feel like they spent all their time focusing on those two and then looked at Decidueye last and were like, yeah, just like give it whatever, right? Now, there is an elephant in the room, which is that Decidueye got a Hisuian form, which is better.
I was going to mention that. What about Hisuian?
Better. And I did say that for this video, I would only consider the best version of each form. However, I'm not considering Hisuian Decidueye here because Hisuian Decidueye is not a ghost type and is therefore not eligible for this list.
Yeah.
If this was a grass type video, then yeah. But given that this is the ghost type video, it doesn't feel fair to say like, oh yeah, ghost type Decidueye is not present on the list because fighting type Decidueye is so good. The only redeeming thing about Decidueye is that I feel like it could get a result at some point because as a starter Pokemon, I think that people really like it. And also Rowlet is like one of the most beloved starter Pokemon from recent gen, like if you look only at the base form. So I feel like people will want to make it work and will want to use it. So I can see it having a bit of success in the future, but I think it's not a Pokemon that like if it were really ugly and hated would really ever see success. And that only leaves us one ghost type left. The single worst ghost type Pokemon who still frankly is not that bad. It's Rotom Ghost Form.
I hope Rotom TCG is not in this is not in this chat room. Is not in the
Ghost
chat.
Form feels kind of bad to put in the first slot because like first of all, you can change its forms, but I included Oricorio on the list as well, so whatever. But also, here's the thing about Rotom Ghost Form. So Rotom Ghost Form is the Ghost Form. It's the original Rotom. It's Naked Rotom, whatever you want to call it, right?
Naked Rotom is crazy. Oh no! I'm so sorry.
All the different appliances you can put Rotom into.
Man, Rotom, my
The thing is that when Rotom was first introduced back in Diamond and Pearl, all the appliances were also electric and ghost. They changed it in Generation 5 to make the washing machine electric water and the oven electric and fire. Back in Generation 4, they were all electric and ghost, and they were pretty good. So it feels double bad to include Rotom Ghost here because like there were other ghost type Rotoms that it could be, but I did feel it was acceptable because first of all, there just aren't that many ghost type Pokemon to talk about. And second of all, I counted Rotom Ghost, I believe, on the worst electric type video as like its own worst form. And
what did Rotom do wrong?
Second of all, I said that I was only considering Pokemon in the evolutionary line, and technically there are other Rotom forms
What did
not
he do
evolution,
wrong?
so I'm counting it here. That being said, even Rotom Ghost, even Naked Rotom is not that bad. As the worst ghost type Pokemon, it is really not that bad. It does have 0 tournament results. The biggest issue with Rotom Ghost is that you would always prefer to use another Rotom form.
That's fair.
While technically the naked form has an advantage over the appliances in that it is a little bit faster, in exchange for being barely faster, it is 80 points lower overall than any of the appliances,
like that,
including a whopping total of 60 points in its defenses and 10 in its special attack. This is a huge concession to make that basically no advantage of Naked Rotom like justifies over any of the appliances. Naked Rotom also has kind of a suspect move pool. It doesn't have very many good coverage moves. Like it can use Thunderbolt and Volt Switch and all the electric moves as well as Shadow Ball, but beyond that, it's pretty lacking. Most of the time when people have tried to use regular Rotom, it's been as a like choice Pokemon, maybe choice Scarf, and using like Trick, for example, to try and disrupt the opponent. And if you're not using a choice item, you're probably going to use Will-O-Wisp, which is just a very good move overall. Recent generations have given it access to Nasty Plot, which is a good setup move, but the thing is that Rotom isn't quite fast enough, even in its naked form, to like justify using it as a setup attacker because it's also not that strong. If you're going to try and boost the stats of a Pokemon with bulk as bad as Rotom's regular form, you want to make sure that you can pick up KOs with it and also attack before your opponent can knock you out. And Rotom can't really do any of that reliably. It is definitely the worst ghost type, but it's also not so bad. Like the one advantage of using regular Rotom over the others is actually its ghost typing. The thing about regular Rotom being a ghost type is that you can give it items that don't allow it to protect, like Choice Specs and Choice Scarf, and you don't have to worry about moves like Fake Out,
He's a cool fashioned out guy.
Extremely good against any Pokemon that can't protect.
Somebody put clothes on. This is the way they put clothes on him, okay? He's no longer naked.
Downsides as well to being, you know, a Choice Scarf ghost type, like the move Sucker Punch is a big one, but still it's a niche that Rotom can fill. Anyway, that's my list of the worst ghost types. I hope you see now why I said that this was so difficult and why they're just so good.
He couldn't even name 10.
Just so good. I think Ghost might be the best type of the game. I've changed my mind. I think Ghost is broken. If you like this video and you want to see more, you should check out the video I made on the best ghost type Pokemon.
Yay! Man, I think that's so funny. He couldn't even come up with 10 of them. He had to only come up with 8. Gamers, I really need to use the restroom. So please be patient with me while I piss. Please don't leave yet. We're gonna watch the Markiplier, the next 3 videos of the Markiplier Try Not to Laugh challenge. So I will be right back. Don't leave yet. I'm Bonita. Please don't leave. Okay, I'll be right back. We so back. Thank you. I stubbed my toe a little bit on my way here. I did dissociate? Yes! What's wrong with dissociating? I feel like we all dissociate for a little bit. I dissociate all the time. I think I dissociate quite a bit on stream. Sometimes when you just see me staring and like not saying anything and I'm like, oh, okay. Anyways. Okay. It's time for more hot man. I mean, Markiplier, try not to laugh challenge. These videos honestly are such a throwback. I love Markiplier. He's such a great dude. Anyways, we're gonna watch the next 3 videos. I was gonna say segments of the try not to laugh challenge.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome back to another Try Not to Laugh challenge. Now I know in the past I've done very poorly at this, but this time I've taken measures to make sure that I don't ever laugh or yet again feel joy inside of my soul. So with that being said, I'm ready to get started on this. What have you got for me in this day and age where joy is non-existent inside my body?
Somebody
Oh my God!
told me the world
I forgot. Am I trying not to laugh with him?
is gonna. Somebody once told me the world is gonna.
Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in.
Oh boy!
He used all his strength.
Oh boy! We're off to a good start, aren't we?
You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies!
Hi, Squidward. Wanna play?
Not funny.
My jaw's on the floor.
Not funny.
The easy way to say ye is to say ye.
What?
Yay.
What? What the fuck?
Oh, no, it's too early for this.
He just feels like being a problem today. I get it. He likes the way he sounds.
No, not funny. I do that on my own too. I scream into random objects that I find on the street. People don't think I'm
Yeah, we're not talking about breast milk anymore, promise.
funny. I can do that too, you know.
Me before stream. Thank you for the follow.
You're insane!
Hi.
Nope.
Can you say hello?
I love
Hello.
birds.
Let me smash.
No!
Horribly wrong with the truck behind us.
That's not funny at all. Why am I laughing at that? That's not funny.
Look at him go! Look at him go! Look at him go! Look at him
Stop
go! Look
playing
at him
this
go!
goddamn song. It's not funny. Don't do it. God fucking damn it. Stop! There's no need for this.
Man!
You to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna stand in your way.
Whoa! 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 Thank you for the follow.
No.
The initial D beams were gold, man.
Dance.
I can't believe you risked your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that to me?
Why?
No, not
Why?
Crazy atmosphere in this crowd. They've only come here for one thing. That is to watch what is about to happen behind me in just about a minute's time. Will it be spectacular? Yes.
Hi, I'm Jack Cameron. Need a new refrigerator?
I love that. Oh. Whoa! He has zoomies to the max. Look at him go! Yeah! Wrap your butt all over the been staying pretty strong throughout this video.
Okay.
Old people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
I mean, SpongeBob wasn't wrong.
Time to kick gum and chew ass.
What?
And I'm all fucking dick kick him.
The post on 4chan uses a profile picture of what appears to be the Grinch in a mask holding a gun.
I don't know if that's the Grinch, my guy. You might need to get your eyes checked.
Yeah, Pepe the Grinch.
He was wrong.
Will, Dad is going to kill you.
What?
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Rest in peace, Will.
Scanning. Control. Manipulate scientific data. Take over. Blast. Control. World government. Shut down infrastructure.
What the fuck?
Ship everything to China.
Hello?
Look at this person.
What the fuck?
Why was that funny?
It just
Why was that
was.
funny to me? God, I've been doing great. God, I've been doing fucking fantastic.
You've been doing
Why was
awesome.
that the thing that got me?
He could be in this very room. He could be you.
Oh,
He could be me. He could be...
I was gonna say TFT, but I think that's the wrong game. Team Fortress 2. There we go. TF2. I can't. I miss the John Cena memes.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right,
Oh,
well, hurry up
no.
and come over here.
The soup
I can't
store.
find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's
only soup?
It means there's only soup.
soup.
Well, then get out of the soup aisle.
aisle.
What? You don't have to shout at me. There's more soup. What do you mean there's more
There's more soup.
There's just more
There's
soup.
more soup.
Going to the next aisle.
Oh my
There's still
god.
soup. Where-
I don't remember this particular version of the meme. I remember the Code Geass version of this meme, I think. I think it was the Code Geass version. Was that either that or was it Persona version? It might have been Persona.
You right now. I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the
soup store.
Why
are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Why don't we just relax and turn on the radio?
Oh, Brindle! I'm a fum. Okay, it's Code Geass. I remembered correctly. and then his owner is the type of dog where the owner's like,
Oh, he's like the sweetest angel at home.
oh my god, man.
Oh yeah, I know this one. I've seen this one before.
Help me! I'm going to die.
It's a fucking classic. My god, I love that one.
So good.
I appear to have invented a knife-wielding tentacle.
That is so dangerous.
If anybody would like to volunteer to come and turn it off, that'd be just fine by me.
Not it. Not it. Not it.
Oh, fuck. All right.
What is the cat doing? Yeah, the off button on that is definitely on the bottom.
with those.
This guy moaned at least this loud.
Why?
I don't know what this. Why was that guy moaning? As an example,
Why wasn't
of all the
he
things that you
moaning?
should do in a storytelling fashion, you don't recite the moan.
I'm a pioneer. I'm an explorer. I'm a human, and I'm coming. I'm animated. My heart's big. I like to eat. I like to fight. I like to I like to have children.
Whoa!
I got a life force. It's got hot cum going through it fast. I like to eat children. I'm a throwback. I'm shooting fires everywhere. I'm a human, and I'm coming.
We don't get beefs like this anymore, man. I feel so inspired.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, random Japanese man. I will now give up.
Wait, no, don't go away.
I will never give up on giving up.
That guy's a goddamn hero. That guy gave more inspiration than I could ever hope to give. It's like the best ending I could have possibly asked for on this video. I guess that's it then. So you gotta do as he tells you. Never give up. No matter what, just try a little harder. Try to not laugh next time, because if you did in this one, my God, I can't.
I'm sorry.
You. But there's
I'm
always
just a
next
silly
time.
little guy.
So I guess I'll end this one here. And,
Thank you,
just
sir.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this one down in the comments below. I love doing these. It's a lot of
They're
work
so
to sift
fun.
through the bad ones to get to the funny, but it's always worth it in the end. So I hope you enjoyed it.
Did I give
Let me
you a
know if wanna see more of
motivational
this, and
speech? That was my speech.
Thanks again for watching. And as always,
I hope you feel
will
motivated
see
after
you
that.
in the next video. Bye-bye. Hello again, everybody.
This is
once
the right video,
more.
right?
It is
I think
time
it should
to
be.
get into this adventure that we call Try Not to Laugh.
Oh no, this is the. There we go. This is the.
Hello,
next one.
everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to the
Hi, Mark.
Try Not to Laugh challenge. Now, I
I'm
know
crying. That was beautiful.
there's been some talk out there. Oh, the Try Not to Laugh videos are just Mark laughing for 10 minutes straight. Well, hey. Ow. First, ow, my pride. And then number two, how dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Tolerating any of that bullshit talk anymore. I'm gonna be doing this particular Try Not to Laugh, and if I even crack a smile, I will
Kiss Poseidon Mythos.
I bet that I'm not gonna laugh. And if I do, then Tyler and
You will kiss Poseidon Mythos.
Ethan can punish me again. Maybe if I crack a
That works too, I guess.
smile, that'd be okay, but we'll play it by ear. Okay, cool. All right, sound good? All right, here we go.
Oh no.
It's free real estate.
Not funny.
Nope. I too am very strong. I love you, Gabe. I miss you. I am having a stoic face right now. Oh my god.
Nope, not funny. Not
Nope.
what I would call
Nope.
funny. Not funny. Do I want to know what this is?
God dang it, I'm gonna kick your ass with the power of my stand. Propane Nightmare.
More! God dang it.
No, hey, whoa.
That one almost got me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm laughing now, but I guess I lost. I laughed right now.
Hey, well, you don't get one turn on that, and now it's not funny.
I'm not good at this boom thing.
Did somebody say boom?
I don't know what that was about. It's the same anime that it was just referred to, but I have no idea.
It gets bigger when I pull on
What?
it. Sometimes I pull on it so hard, I rip the skin.
Well, my
That doesn't sound great.
Too, like how not to rip the skin by using someone
Oh
else's
no.
instead of your own hands.
Will you show me?
I'd be right happy to.
Anyways, happy Pride Month.
Me too, Mark. I feel like that all the time.
Cowfree. Vinti. Cowfree. Vinti. Cowfree. Cowfree. Vinti. Cowfree. Vinti.
I hate that was... I hate that the D's Nuts one was the one that made me laugh.
Cowfree.
Satsuki. Al Pilkington.
Vinti.
Nope,
No,
not funny.
No,
I
Mark,
didn't
no,
laugh.
Mark, no, Mark.
That wasn't a laugh.
Whoa! Look at him go!
Oh, hi, Mark.
These memes are great. I love the play of the game memes, man.
Nope.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Funny.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
funny. Not funny.
That guy just shot that other guy immediately in the face. I had nothing to do with it. There was an argument. That was like a workplace argument that these red dudes had.
Did you have an argument with the workplace, perhaps, as well? Gabe! I love you, Gabe. Is Overwatch still relevant? It is, actually. I've been wanting to play Overwatch.
Nope. It's not a soldier's gun, eh? Not a soldier's gun. It's tight tolerances. Not
Put the gun down!
Unreliable.
Put the gun down!
Unreliable. It's unreliable, ladies and gents. Unreliable.
I'm so scared.
I'm also scared. I don't know how to feel about that.
What is it? Don't.
Oh no.
John C.
Wait, guys, why can't I see anything? Why was that hat floating?
Okay.
I can't see anything! Oh no.
Oh no! It wasn't a real laugh. It wasn't a real one. I forgot what I was doing. I got caught up in the moment. That wasn't a real laugh. Don't count that one.
Nika nika ni. My favorite girl in Love Live, the first season. Oh man. You're strong. You're a strong man, Mark. my god! Somebody help him! That
Nope.
poor bird!
Nope.
Guys, I'm scared. Guys, I'm scared. Chat, I'm scared. I think that toaster might be haunted.
Stop.
That toaster has
Stop.
to be haunted, man.
Stop.
Dear God.
That one's not funny.
This is a bucket. Dear God. There's more. No. This.
It's another bucket. Oh no. No.
Why? I've seen that before. I've watched that whole video.
It's a bucket.
No! I've seen this before.
Is a bucket. Dear God. There's more. No.
Why is that the one? Why? It's not even that funny.
This
I've seen
is
this
a bucket.
before.
Dear God. There's more. No.
The delivery on it is amazing. I agree.
I'm fucking lost. Oh no!
No, Mark, no! I feel like this was a good one to lose on, though.
You are great. When is your violin concert?
June.
Oh my god, the dubbing is so bad. The dubbing is so bad.
19th.
What's the day today?
June 11th.
Oh, this Friday?
Is it dubbing? It looks like it's been dubbed.
Can you come to my concert?
Sure.
Why was it so awkward? Why was it so awkward?
You are great. When is your
Kane! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders! For those who are new here, hi, my name is Poseidon, the god of the seas, earthquakes, and horses, and I'm a Vtuber, the Vtuber talent, agency, Mythos, and we're gonna be playing Love Bite, actually, once we're done reacting very soon. Thank you so much for the raid! I gotta support my friend O'Kane by playing the Love Bite demo. Thank you again for having me. What is this anime about? What is this anime about? Hello? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi, Kane. We're gonna play Love Bite after we finish. We're not gonna watch more Pars anymore. I just realized the time. But we're gonna finish this Markiplier react. We have like 1 8-minute one after this, and then we're gonna play again.
Fucking walking straight
Play Love Bite.
up to someone.
Sorry, I had the worst time remembering the worst anime I've ever seen. No!
Hey, that's pretty good.
What anime?
Good. Not bad there. Hey, you're really doing me proud. All
Thanks,
right,
man.
okay, I lost.
Thank you for the follow.
Oh,
Thank
boy.
you. Uh-oh.
Hey, Mark. I was recording a video, and I was recording Try Not to Laugh, and I bet that I wouldn't laugh at it, and I laughed.
Is there another punishment?
Oh no, he already knows.
I mean, not if you don't make there
I
another
didn't make that's okay. I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna watch episode 1.
I'm just gonna do an evil laugh then.
Yeah, go for it. Okay. You sound like the Count from Sesame Street.
He does.
1. Oh, you were right. I was wrong. I laughed. It's my fault. So
I remember like the Count the meme where he's counting. He's like 1 2 3 I remember that meme. It's a great time.
About that punishment later, huh? So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, let me know down in the comments below. If you want to see another one, let me know in the comments below as well. And if you have suggestions for funny clips, put those down there. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mark.
And as always, I will see you in the next video.
Yay!
Bye-bye!
Okay, we have to...
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to...
One more. We have one more.
Hello, everybody.
And then we're gonna go play Love Bite. We're not gonna react to more farce today, guys. Sorry, I realized the time was... We're running short. Actually, to be fair, I started to stream a little late. I think I also yapped way too much.
My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to the Try Not to Laugh Challenge. Now, I know it's been a while since the last one, and I meant to get to it sooner.
I like your haircut, Mark.
That dang old punishment hasn't come yet, and I was gonna do that before I got to the next one, but we got so sidetracked by other projects. I thought that I'd just try not to laugh again before I get my ass handed to me by my so-called friends. But first, we got more internet videos to laugh at.
I will try not to laugh at these ones.
And I'm not gonna make any promises about this one.
Swear.
Think of death. That's what I'll do. Here we go.
You got me a beer.
No. You want multiple?
I think that one scared me more than anything. Hello, the men. I miss this song. Just listening to this song is throwing me back, man.
Yeah. Just keep going. Ghost ball. I think it was like a compilation of all the other funny videos that I've seen over the years. Shit, dude. All right, okay. Well, starting off strong this time, but I didn't laugh.
Who said that? Who said that? Is that you?
Not funny. Not.
Is that good? Okay.
Not funny. I'm not laughing. Okay? You laughing? No.
I am strong.
Murmur firmer. Murmur firmer.
So you're the one who stained them. Whoever found it, browned it. You'd like me to be you, wouldn't me? But it's too late. You snows. You lows. You sleep. You weep, you nap, you get slap, you slumber, a cucumber, you catch up on some—
What is happening?
Zeds, you get out of my head, you slumber. Hamburger, I don't want to talk about nothing else. You're about as deep as a bowl of soup, and your tongue is about as sharp as a soup spoon. Hey, say what you want about me, but lay off the soup. You only got one peni? Let me see it. See with your eyes, not with your mouth. I'll call your bluff. I'll see your penis with your mouth, and I—
What is the context to this? What is the context to this?
Raise you with my hand, anti-up. Oh, damn it, what's wrong? I crapped out, but I'm tough. I can suck it up. Oh, okay, count of 3, we show what's under the loincloth.
No,
Wiener,
don't!
Take all. 1,
no!
2, 3.
I don't know how to feel.
What the fuck just happened? What?
Me too, Mark. I have no idea what I just watched.
What is that?
He's not laughing, guys. Trust, he's not laughing.
What happened? I didn't laugh.
I can't believe this is how Sai gets banned on Twitch.
But goddamn, I wanted to. Oh, okay, all right. Well.
Cocaine. Take cocaine all the time. You should be nose deep in that stuff nonstop, right? But you're not. Why? What's wrong with you people? You're ready, man. Dominance art. Dominance.
I'm shocked. I haven't heard. I missed the Illuminati memes. It was such a great time on the internet.
There's hundreds of the bloody things. Then you might ask yourself, That's the question. Are you out of your bloody mind? I don't think any sane person cannot be crazy. You know, I mean, everybody's flawed and useless. That doesn't mean they're right. That's not exactly the point. Good luck with it.
Oh. All right, then.
Dude.
Sure, man.
She's singing our song, bro. What's our name?
And my name is John Cena!
Damn it! I will not break, even though I love this meme. I am strong.
Nope, not funny. Not funny.
Give me that back now.
What is that?
Come here, now. Come on. Please stop laughing, you bloody idiot. It's not funny. Please.
What is that? Hello?
It's not funny.
Why? Oh, why is it so long?
Get out of dildo.
NVIDIA.
You will not break me!
I've had enough internet for a lifetime.
I will not be broken into laughter by a pooping butt.
Greatest nation, as some say. One that to this day still grows and matures. This our home, this our country that we love, which we all celebrate July the 4th.
Did I just fart with my
The men
mouth?
who made us completely free.
I'm gonna do this on July 4th. I'm gonna do whatever this is on July 4th.
Free of British tyranny, which reigned south and north. Free from this, we join together in bliss to honor all.
I don't know what interpretive dancing was that, but it was beautiful. It was Picasso.
Fine.
Don't do it. No, that's not good. This is wrong.
He chose a very patriotic way to announce to his folks he wants to become a dancer. I respect it.
No. No. No, don't do it. No. 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 I'm a virgin.
I need an adult. Somebody call an adult. I need an adult. I need somebody, please. Somebody help me.
Nope. No, not fun. No, not funny. Not funny. Don't laugh.
Thank you for the follow. Oh man, that wasn't a motorcycle. That was a trumpet. I guess I laughed at that one. All right, you win. Oh my god, did you say something on Tangia? Did it pop up? Uh-oh. He also lost.
I thought they were gonna get hit by a bus.
Why did you think that? Why did you think they were gonna get hit by a bus?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Well, I broke. I'll go a few more. I broke, but you know, I'll always go a few more.
You know
so
what? Sure.
Nine.
He has been reincarnated as a fish.
Hey, don't do that.
It's free real estate.
That's gonna be me tomorrow for for the YouTube members only and Twitch subscribers only ASMR stream.
Not fun.
Why did you do? I didn't do anything.
Even in a giggly mode.
Ask me about my winner.
Funny.
This is the wild Nick, and it's a natural
Why did I think that was Taylor Lautner?
habitat.
Alex! Alex!
No!
You just dropped it in the fuck.
I would be so mad at Alex, I'm not gonna lie. I would
Maybe
whoop
you shouldn't
Alex's
have the
ass. I killed 2 of those the other day because they were eating my eggplant plant. I'm sorry. What
I think that's a good enough one to end on. That's good.
Wrong.
Okay, so I didn't win, obviously, but then I wasn't gonna. So what can I really say about being the person that I am? I'm a giggly bitch. So we all knew that, but thank you again, everybody, for joining me on another adventure into trying not to laugh. It failed, and I'm a loser. And I will take that punishment that is coming for me sometime soon. Don't know when, but it'll happen. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of these down in the comments below. If you want to see more funny stuff in the future, let me know as well. Thanks again, and as always, I will see you in the next video.
Thank you, Mom.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody.
All right, that's enough try not to laugh today. I laughed a few times. I think I was better this time around than last time. So thank you for the follow. I appreciate. All right. Well, that's enough reacting for the day. We didn't get to watch more Pars. Sorry. We'll watch him next time. We'll watch more Pars next time because we're gonna be playing Love Bite, the VTuber Otome game. You know, Kane, I think knows me well enough to know that this is one of my weaknesses. Okay, listen. Old Sai was really into Otome games back in like high school. It was actually pretty bad. So, surely today will go well. I promise. I swear. I will not be down bad. Hold up. How do I do this? I'm gonna try to... Twitch folks, you're gonna have to sit tight. Okay. Let me just... Why is it doing this? It's like not letting me change the thumbnail for this thing. Ah! I can't believe this. YouTube hates me. YouTube just hates me. YouTube hates me so much. YouTube hates me so much. Thank you for the fighter check. Give me a little bit of time to figure this out. I was given the key to the game, and I didn't figure out how to put it in the thing. Sit tight, relax. Please don't be mad at me. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. I know you guys are so patient. You're the best shipwrecks I could ever ask for. I gotta type in some words. I'm making the YouTube waiting room because I actually low-key forgot to do it. kind of fun time though. That was I love watching Markiplier. Markiplier's always a fun guy to watch. All right, let me unclick that. Let me get the thumbnail. Let me get this going. I made the waiting room, thus I will make the redirect. I wish there was an easier way to redirect on, or raid in on Twitch or redirect, but there isn't, unfortunato. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's going. Oh, are we streaming 2 at the same time? Oh, okay. One moment. Okay. Alrighty, YouTube folks, you're gonna get redirected. Wow, thank you for the super! Thank you for the super. Give me 1 second, I'll read it in just a moment. I'm sorry, I forgot to prep everything. I mean, I made a thumbnail, so I guess there's that. Proud of me, right? I made a thumbnail. I had time to do that. Okay, let me... I don't know why the YouTube chat is not loading for me. YouTube chat, please load so I can read the super chat Ender90 very kindly sent for $20. Waiting for it.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's taking forever to load.
I can't believe this. What if I load it in here? What if it loads in here? What if it... Why? Oh, God. I had to open my other browser. Oh, it's just a flat $20 super chat. Oh, okay. Thank you. I think you guys heard me for a second. Okay, if you're in the YouTube chat, you're gonna get redirected. Hold up. Before I do the redirect, let me just make sure I copied the right stream key, because I have to do that for YouTube. Wah!